Will you forgive me all of my fears? See through my scars at once and my false beliefs. I will for once now clear the rust of my heart. I'll let you hold the light that sees through my cards. These luxury shades now may fall out of my eyes. True colors of love and hate cannot be disguised. To me, you're not roses, and I don't need your songs. Just be my escape and help me break these walls. No, won't you let me break these walls? Reflections projecting my flaws. They're floating like they can be cold.
Welcome, agents and observers, to tonight's broadcast of the department. I wasn't bashing around my green screen at all. You didn't see anything. A note before we begin: Delta Green, and by extension the entirety of the department series, is steeped heavily in horror. Not merely psychological, but physical and spiritual. You will witness players and the agents they represent being pushed to mental breaking points. They'll have harm inflicted upon them and those they care about. They will have to inflict harm on others. We here at the table will be using the red card system, and beyond that, players have a direct line to communicate discomfort or comfort to me at their leisure. Unfortunately, you, as observers, have no such luxury. At any point, if you are feeling uncomfortable, I encourage you to mute us, step away, turn us off, however you need to get away from the situation. Collect yourself and do whatever you need to do to collect some sanity and return to us at your leisure. With that out of the way, welcome to Nat 20 Tabletop. I am Turk, or Turk Accented. I have the distinct honor of being your handler, but I am not alone, as I have a cadre of department friendlies here to fight the good fight against the inevitable death of our world. If you would, agents, starting with Tyrant. Please introduce yourselves, the agents you will be representing tonight. And, I don't know, what's your favorite national park?
Oh, that's a good one. Everyone, I'm Tyrant. I'll be playing Ben. Just Ben. Ben is a strange, messed up individual who has had run-ins with the department in the past and is outside of normal society, living in Yosemite at this point as a forest ranger. My favorite national park that I have been to is probably Zion. It's beautiful. But I am currently the player, Tyrant. I'm currently wearing the pelt of Smokey the Bear as a safety blanket right now. From all the spookies that are going to be thrown at me. And I am ready for all of this evil. Let's go over to Rossum.
Hey, Rossum. And I'm playing Frank Rodriguez, aka Shades, who is on his still recovering from sweetness and some of the aftermath of that. But got a call and he responded. He's a bit hesitant because it's not his his knowledge of expertise, but when they call, you answer because they got a reason. And my favorite personal national park, I don't think I've been to many. I've been on Joshua Tree. I've been there. But yeah, I was more of the smaller ones because I don't like crowds. So yeah, yeah.
Totally
Especially has
fine.
like a unique vibe to it.
Hey, luxury. Innocence is a luxury. You haven't been exposed.
Hi, I'm DMFSaint, and today I am playing Kevin Wilcox. Kevin Wilcox is a content creator who has been getting a little bit of traction with his occult, supernatural, paranormal blog on YouTube. Might have accidentally recorded something that he shouldn't have. Might have been contacted by Delta Green to take it down, and in the middle of the conversation might have had his entire social media profiles completely wiped from the internet. So without much other option or recourse, he's now here. And my favorite national park, if state parks count for this, Tomoka State Park in Florida, and Ohio Pal State Park in West Virginia, believe it or not. Mostly for the whitewater rafting.
That's what we in the biz call a callback. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm finally here. And I am playing Jessie Rockwell, the interpretive ranger for Yosemite National Park. And she has been contacted by Delta Green, mostly because she makes a lot of what happens here her business, and it's kind of hard for her not to be in everyone's business here, quite frankly. In terms of my favorite national park, I think I'm gonna have to go with White Sands. It was so cool being there. I definitely want to go back at some point.
All right, well, back to me. Again, I am Turk or Turk Accented. I am in charge of the chaos, crawling or, undefinable. My favorite, and for the record, my favorite national park is Acadia because I've been going there since I was a kid and I'm an absolute sucker. Those popovers, whoo! Jordan Pond popovers, get them, people. Fluffy. Anyway, why don't we begin? The date is July 3rd, 2021. I need each of you to go around and tell me two things. One is getting a contact from the extra, work you may have added on to your own life going to be impeding any family plans you have for, the holiday weekend. And if you could describe the contact method in which you would be directed to meet with your handler.
Well, Ben doesn't have any family. Not that he knows of, at least. He spends most of his time in his fire watchtower. Either, I guess, keeping to himself, tending his garden, tending to the other wildlife and beyond. Talking to Jeffrey. But I think he went out on a little minor excursion. Maybe he saw something that he thought might have been dangerous. Followed it. No luck, but he came back. He found a letter. Just a simple little letter on his desk. Stamped with the insignia of the department, and he knew it was time to go.
In layman's terms, the emblem is a green triangle.
For Frank, he's currently on a minor hiatus with his family. So that it's not quite an issue. And he would get contacted by a very clearly obvious spam email that, after done reading, just seems to not have ever existed anywhere in anything.
Very handy. If only all my spam could do that.
Yeah. So the only family that's really gonna probably miss me for the holiday weekend's my mom. Kind of ran my studio out of her basement. So yeah. Still living there. She's probably gonna miss me while I'm gone, but I got her all set up, so she's fine for me to leave. I wasn't so much given an option in being here. They kind of took all my options away by deleting everything. So I'm just kind of here. I'm here hoping that this turns into a bigger job, maybe some source of steady income. Since every YouTube account I make is deleted within 10 minutes. So yeah, just really hoping this pans out because I have a lot of money invested in this.
Right. Jesse probably has a very large and rowdy family that comes from just kind of all over the state. That at least for maybe a little bit, like maybe a couple hours into the weekend, she gets to see and then gets this call, and she would absolutely be the kind of person that gets suckered into working during the holiday weekend. She's just that kind of person. So she probably got a call and was like, okay, well, grabs her badge and then just kind of goes off, promises it's probably just a small thing and she'll be right back, but honestly has no idea what she's getting into.
Perfect. Each of you, in whatever method you were contacted, and with whatever severity and or arm ringing you needed to be contacted by, are directed to the small town of Incline, California, specifically directions to what each of you quickly finds is a QuickBooks Support Service Help Center. It's to say it looks exactly like you think a small town tax agency, like a accounting agency would look like, is an understatement. You feel like if you closed your eyes and kind of just droned out the world for a second and turned your back on this place, you'd turn back and the windows would be boarded up. Traffic goes by you on the one road into and out of town. There is a number of means by which people are advertising campsites up in either direction. It's like the entire town's a billboard, rather than a place where people live. Either way, in whatever order or all together, you can feel free to describe how you come upon the scene, if there's any particular details you'd like to highlight at this time.
I think Kevin would be there first, but he wouldn't go in first. He'd just park in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone else who came would see this relatively large SUV with an upside down bat as a logo on the side, and very, very dark tinted windows that you can't quite see into. Pretty much parked right out front. He has nothing else to do, so he got here early and he's just waiting. But he is very punctual, so he's gonna go in like right on time.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like Jesse would be like somewhere around that on time window. This is gonna drive in probably a dark green truck, as I'd imagine. Something like probably park issued. She parks, steps out, looks kind of confused as to why National Park Service would be called to an accounting firm of some kind. Just kind of looking around like, what? Like probably rechecking the address to make sure like she didn't get wrong, and then rechecking, and yep.
Question: is this in the middle of the town, or like near the edge?
I'd say, well,
Does
I
it
mean,
matter?
edgewise, it is kind of in the Yosemite Valley. Literally, it's called Incline. I have found because it's kind of it's got a riverbed running alongside the main road there, and you can imagine the slope. So it's kind of in the middle of town. I'm trying to remember where it was on the Google Maps. Totally didn't look up an actual real thing. But I feel, it's fairly... it's like low-key enough it's on the outskirts. If you wanted to Rambo this, you probably could.
Yeah. Okay. Ben just emerges silently from the forest, walks towards the entrance, kind of like in a slight crouch, looking around, like looking at cars weirdly, like he's never seen them before, but he's obviously seen cars before. I mean, come on. It's a strange sight, though. But I think Jesse gets there, and Ben just like silently approaches, and Jesse Rockwell.
Ben?
Yeah.
Well, if it isn't Buffalo Ben, you're taller than I thought you would be.
Yeah, well, gotta be big to scare off the bears.
Unless you have a rifle, but I I can't increase my size. It's good to finally meet you in person.
Yeah, likewise.
Why are we at an accounting firm?
I don't know. Let's get this over with, though.
Yeah.
Shades means you're pulling up right about now.
Shades would actually be in the other parking lot. Like, he was one of the first ones. He was actually the first one to arrive, and he waited until he saw at least those two go in, and then he drove over to the other lot. And then I guess generic, like, Toyota Camry, like, probably a white one, or that weird, like, gray sandish color.
It's a great rental price.
Exactly. It's like just your most common random car you see. So yeah, and then he pulls up and he'll go in.
I'd ask who hurt you, but I know the answer.
Speaking of who hurt him, I would go in as soon as I saw.
Yeah. So you see Shades go in, and then that seems to cause another flood as another person gets out. As the two of you see another person get out of your car, and move in. Do you two follow? All right.
Yeah.
You enter the QuickBooks Support Service Help. Absolutely was not locked at all, provided no resistance to you opening the door, but it's an absolute ghost town in there. It's not dirty or full of cobwebs. It just appears to be, well, completely empty aside for the ambient sound of the phone ringing in what appears to be a kind of the singular conference room they have.
Handler, is the room carpeted at all?
Oh, absolutely. The initial area in has a kind of rug for you to get on, and then some tile, but all carpet within.
I'd like to bend over and touch the carpet and make sure it's not moist and wet to the touch.
Dry, very dry.
At least we're not in the back rooms. Somebody gonna get that?
Ben wipes some still not dry bear dung on the carpet just to clean his feet off real quick.
Wonder what that smell was.
And then storms over to the phone and picks it up. Hello.
You're gonna hear a woman's voice, probably late 30s. Hi, yeah, you're the agents. Sorry, am I on speaker? No? No.
Do you want it on speaker?
Please put me on speaker if you're all there. If you don't recognize the 3 people around the table from you, then they're probably the right people.
Which one of these buttons is speaker?
Oh God! Someone help Grandpa!
Oh, this presses the speaker button.
Hello? Okay. Can anyone else but the Batman hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Thank goodness. Okay. Well. All right. Glad I'm not just talking to Uncle Tom over here. Anyway, I'm gonna make this real fast because this shit was thrown together like a. I can't even. It's too fast for me to even think of a good term for it. Like a Taco Bell butthole surprise. Welcome to Operation Fulminate, agents. And I say agents in a very loose term because I understand 2 of you is your first goddamn day at the races. Look, for those of you not in the know, you're about to see some weird shit, alright? Your job is to find the weird shit, take care of the weird shit, and make sure no one else knows about the weird shit. Do I got some yeses on that? Some oorahs maybe? I don't know. I got grunts or I got some free thinkers.
Sure.
I mean, we got it, but I don't know. Do any of us know how to take care of weird shit?
What kind?
I understand 2 of you absolutely do. So I'm just going to list it off, and they'll probably tell you. So here's how this is going to roll. My name is Agent Jace. No, it's not my real name. No, don't try finding me later. There is a laptop and a burner phone in under the table. You can use either of those to contact me at the then that is the only number and only email available. So, without further fucking ado, I'm going to get into this because we have exactly 24 hours before the goddamn FBI and every other little agency tries getting their hands on this, and not to mention the kid's parents are on the way. All right. Cutting right to the shit chase. We got a call to our little hidey hole here coming across my desk sometime yesterday. Park ranger by the name of Tamika Gallegos found a naked child in a huckleberry field near Hetchley Reservoir. Stick with me, folks, because it gets better. It's about 2,000 meters from the Devil's Chair. Child was quickly brought back to Ranchero Falls Trailhead Ranger Station. Real simple stuff. One small problem. The kid doesn't know what a cell phone is, which is already a red flag in my book. And he claims to be... he claims to be Brandon McGill, which, for those of you who don't keep up on your missing persons cases, is someone who disappeared in 1985. Their parents have already, of course, stupidly been contacted, because the first thing you do when you see someone claiming to be a child from 35 years ago, is you tell their parents. Because that's really going to help their psyche. Anyway, I'm running interference on the FBI side, so they shouldn't be causing you any trouble until tomorrow. And from what I hear, the parents won't be in till as early as their flight can be reasonably delayed till also tomorrow. So, I've just sent a file sharing link to the laptop under the table. Not sure if anyone's picked that up yet, but kudos if you have. But the goal is as follows. Locate and identify the child. If it's actually our missing kid, and you're looking for a 10-year-old, determine whether there's a natural threat, remove it, and cover all your fucking tracks.
Do we have any rules of engagement?
It's a 10-year-old.
And?
God, okay.
Slow down there, platoon. I think we're gonna be okay.
Just understand what the fuck is going on. And I trust you to handle the rest, but like, I'm sure you know, once you pull that trigger, it means a whole lot more cover work. I'm a little unable to cover your tracks, so it's kind of be on you to play psychologist to any and all witnesses.
Just to be clear, we're talking about an actual psychologist, like helping them with their problems. We're not talking about psychologist Bang Bang Barry, right?
Kind of a psychologist, make them ensure they remember things as a traumatic series of events they have no distinct recollection of.
Not really clarifying my point.
Don't kill anyone you don't have to.
Thanks, that's what I was asking. Appreciate it.
Well, at least Nubia is asking the important questions in a clarifying manner. Like I said, I'm available via phone, email, or hell, I guess whatever chat service they have uploaded on that computer. But I'll be up to my gills in FBI bureaucracy, and let me tell you, it's a fucking trip, even if we have agents on both sides of it. You are heading to the Trailhead Station. Rancheria Falls.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt. You said agents on both sides of it? Is there another team working on this?
No, but we have people in the FBI making sure they stick to protocol like a goddamn dog on peanut butter. It's buying us, and by us I mean you, time to get this done. Because, you know, it's the FBI. They're not exactly fucking subtle.
Can attest to that.
Anyway, like I said, burner phone and computer under the table. Any further questions, contact me. I'll get back when I can, but y'all are out in the goddamn mountains, so might be a bit delayed.
We'll be fine.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to start. Good luck. So, oh, and don't fuck this up.
Hey, if we don't fuck this up, can I get my social media accounts back?
Okay, I don't know how the heck you got roped into this, but as your handler, I will put a good word in to the people who need to have good words put in for them to ensure you have a favorable outcome in regards to social media.
So I'm just trying to clarify because I haven't actually gotten proof that it's you doing it yet. That is you saying that you did fuck up my social media accounts.
Oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't do jack shit. Whatever the fuck is going on with your life that you feel like we might be able to help with, I'd certainly be willing to try if you pull this off well enough.
Great. You can once you restore them, you can follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube. It's
The
Wilcox.
phone clicks. You hear the dial
It's
tone.
Wicked Wilcox.
Yeah.
I think they hung up.
Yeah. Sage is already like on the laptop.
All right.
Ben's just gonna take the phone and the receiver and throw it against the wall and shatter it.
Not the burner phone, though. The office phone.
Yeah, but was that necessary?
Well, the last 2 times I worked with them, that phone blew up. So, yes.
Watching too much Saturday morning Nick at Night old episodes of Mission Impossible there?
I understood one of the words that you just said.
It's gonna be great. I don't know your name. You there with the shades on the laptop. What's in there?
I don't know. I'm looking at it right now.
You find a similarly squeaky clean laptop to last time, except it has an email which has sent you a file sharing link with the contact to Agent Jace at AOL.com.
Already hate him. Already hate him.
It's real easy to make an account.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not GeoCities.
Yeah. But yeah,
Maybe.
do you click the link?
Yeah, like the link.
Okay, you are prompted with a case file on a number of disappearances, specifically highlighting Brandon McGill's, but a number of other case files dating chronologically cataloging a number of missing peoples around the time that this kid would have supposedly gone missing in 1985. Tracy, Madonna. Any further details you can continue to look in on, but you also have a heading you need to head to. You can go to. It also has another link with a GPS. It just lists GPS coordinates, and it with the emblem rather than of a green triangle of a green square.
So what's a green square mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ben, you know what a green box is. It's where agents will store supplies and other goodies they might need for missions and or things they need to dispose of in safe locations where they can just kind of sit out their days.
Yeah, that's where the eggs and ham are.
So it's like a diner?
No, it's a supply drop.
Okay. That makes sense.
No one got my joke, so I'm just gonna fade into darkness now.
It's the green eggs and ham. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Listen, I got it.
Laugh, motherfucker, laugh.
Saint is laughing. Kevin isn't putting up with your shit.
The synergy that we bring together here.
Oh, we love it.
Yeah, so Kevin brings out his GPS device, which is not his phone. It is actually like old school Garmin GPS, like geocaching situation, and puts in the coordinates and saves it.
It's nearby to where you're supposed to head to. Kind of a little bit of ways east of the trailhead station. Seems to just be like a random spot in the woods.
All right. We've got 23 hours and 50 minutes. We need to get going.
I mean, can we take like 5 or 10 of those minutes to introduce ourselves?
We don't need to. It's just wasting time.
All right.
There's a good
well,
chance we'll never see each other again after this.
We can do it
Well,
on the way.
in case, yeah, walk and talk, but in case we're out there and I need to yell one of your names so you don't step on a rattlesnake or something, I think I would really like to know your name so you would pay attention. I'm Jesse.
I'm Ben.
I'm Kevin.
Just call me Shades.
All right, cool. Now we're getting somewhere.
Another important note that veteran agents would recognize: you have not been provided with cover. Like, they haven't recommended that you come in representing any organization. Though you do your mind does kind of count on the words like, this shit's been thrown together very quickly, so you might have to make something up on the fly. Though you do have 2 park rangers with you, so that's kind of like already a pretty good thumbs up. But up to you. And Shades does have a computer. That's whatever other equipment he brought. So.
Yeah. Do any of you know where this trailhead station we're supposed to go to is? Do we got to hike there, or is it like a drive and park at the trailhead situation?
Well,
Handler, do I know that?
If you guys are familiar with Yosemite, you know that the Ranchera Falls Trailhead Station is a drivable. You can drive to it and park your car. They have parking for ranger vehicles and backpackers, with a backpacking campsite nearby, and it's a lovely area when the weather's right.
Oh, question, handler. As rangers, do we have access to ranger access roads?
If you're driving ranger vehicles, then I'd say absolutely. However, as you're all stepping outside of the office, you see a bunch of really dark-looking clouds start to pour in from the west.
Shit. I don't want to make sure that we don't find ourselves in a valley.
Those of you who have looked at the weather at all for this week know that it should not be raining right now, especially not a big thunderstorm.
Keep an eye out for flooding.
Handler,
Yes, hi.
if it should not be raining this week, can I make an occult roll?
Sure. What's the aim of this?
I want to know if I've read anything about this region and unnatural storms and what that may be alluding to in the way of any paranormal or spooky shit
Okay.
that might be in our way.
Secondary question, because this could add on an interesting rider. Shades, are you still looking over the files?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So make that cult roll.
Great. I have a 70.
Ooh.
That's a success.
All right. So you strike me as someone who's interested in, local area weird story stuff, right?
I'm from close to around here, so yeah.
Absolutely. So you're very familiar with the fact that a lot of people go missing in national parks and are never found again.
Absolutely.
A lot of time, it's not actually completely uncommon for a kid to suddenly be found, naked out in the woods somewhere after having been reported for a good amount of time. The unnatural part is, of course, the 35-year difference, but in this case, if the time span were shorter, this would be a perfectly normal thing to occur. Odd note, though, and Shades, you do pull this up. There's a report of a long-retired park ranger, Ben might know them, by the name of Walter Delio, mentions that whenever a lot of these younger people disappeared, they have a lot of trouble finding them, because there's usually a lot of really bad weather that comes in just as they're starting a large fan search of the area, and it makes it impossible, to pick up. The dogs can't even get the scent at the start, and adding in the rain, it's just, it makes it impossible to track anybody out here with all the valleys and hills, and it just washes away, especially with the reservoir so nearby in the Devil's Chair. But adding on to that, something you both know, it's usually a few miles away from where they're found, which seems to link up with what you've heard thus far. From where they went, rather, they're found a few miles away from where they were initially lost. That's why in this particular news article that Shades finds, and Wilcox, you can absolutely remember, that they like to set particularly large search radiuses, even if it means smaller teams. But even with a helicopter, 2 helicopters involved, they weren't able to do it. I'd encourage anyone who wants to learn more to read the news article that I certainly didn't write. It must have been some really great, news reporter covering a lot of local stuff. Additionally, they always seem to happen around dusk, these disappearances. And there's an unnatural amount of correlation with Shade. This is just something that Shades was explicitly read, because I don't think, Wilcox, this would be something you just note. Unless you're really analyzing photos, I'd probably ask for a crit on this specifically from you in regards to that. So, Shades, you'd note that Walter Delio is really, like, skeeved out. He mentions this offhand, and the reporter kind of, like, has written it off as a kind of weirdness. That the disappearances tend to occur in areas overgrown with huckleberries. And you can and there's like a link, basically like a separate link to an image of the Devil's Chair that confirms the area is overrun with huckleberries.
Is this information shared?
Yeah, are you sharing the information like
Yeah, I would just be throwing out the highlight
I
points.
do have to ask, how are y'all riding up there? Are you taking Jesse's Ranger vehicle, Wilcox's big truck, or Shade's rent-a-car?
Not the rent-a-car.
Yeah, we all get into the Prius.
Camry?
I would
alright.
like. I hate to say this, but I would like to go in 2 different vehicles. I got gear and supplies in my vehicle. I don't want to move over to yours.
I mean, same with mine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do
What
have
kind of
these.
gear and supplies do you have?
Well, my backpack's in there. It's got my tablet's in there. I've got a communication set, the first responder kit, infrared thermometer, EMF gauge. There's backup hard drives, recording software, all that kind of stuff.
I wouldn't recommend recording anything. For the rest of it sounds fine.
Understood, Captain. Aye, aye.
I mean, I've just got the standard camping supplies, couple of field guides, manuals, and my rifle, because that's a little heavy to carry around all the time and also kind of scares people.
Yeah. I mean, is there any reason we both can't just drive our cars up to that trailhead station?
They should be
Well,
able to.
part of the thing is, if we're trying to go under the guise of professionals, riding up in that van, it's got to be a clear giveaway that we're not.
Sure. Oh, your truck, is it like a flatbed, or is it like a F-150 with a back seat? Jesse.
I would say probably, like, yeah, F-150 with the back seat, just
Okay.
in case you have to
'Cause I was
drive
like-
other people. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to be like, hey, Shades, riding up in the back of a pickup is probably less professional. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Jesse would not allow that. No one can sit in the bed of the truck.
I mean, I can just park my car close to there. I mean, worst case scenario, we have another way of getting out if something happens to that car.
I'll be
I'm
fine.
just trying to prepare for the spooky shit.
I think 2 vehicles will be fine.
I would like to know, though, if I know anything specific about huckleberries and their relation to the unknown Turk.
Why don't you make me an unnatural check?
I start to lay
Can
cat.
I do that on like just the natural side of things? You're like,
Sure. You can make a nature or related science check. Yeah.
okie dokie.
A natural 40. God, your brain is not well.
Nope.
I have to find it. Would my ecology maybe apply to this?
Sure.
Perhaps? Okay. I'm not sure if I did this right. I put it in the thing. But I'm not sure if it did it. Yeah, okay, it did the 60, but I still failed.
Okay. So you can't really recall anything about huckleberries.
So bears like them.
Yeah, well, they're a deciduous shrub or subshrubs with a simple oblong leaf. You know.
Yeah, Vaccinium membranaceum, I know that.
Did this heck even
Heck
have to
knows that.
roll? Come on.
Galaceica baccata of the eastern United States and Canada. But they can get very old. With an unnatural roll, I'd say I'd say you recognize that anything that... Rather, you have heard some weird stories and picked up on some odd clues that suggest that because there is a widespread of it going from east to the west, rather than suggesting a kind of native biome and natural, birds carrying seeds and Darwinism taking its course, you feel quite certainly that this has been brought over by some form of humanity. Like, there was some physical, process by which the huckleberry was brought to the west, from the east to the west coast. And you will recall some Native American and indigenous peoples' folk tales warning to stay away from the huckleberry. Now, modern tales suggest that's for the bears. But you have recalled and heard a few that suggest that the moon-faced people dine on them like wine. What that means, you aren't certain. You've only heard stories and been unable to gather full, complete testimonies, but it is concerning.
So we're driving up there.
You're driving up there, and the weather is getting really bad, actually. Like, so bad, I'm going to have to change the rain sound I'm using.
So I would have given my communicator set like one to the other car so that whoever's riding with me, we could talk on the way up there.
Perfect. And this information is shared, and you're free to postulate.
So one thing I did notice, I know a lot of these disappearances have been happening around around this area, and almost always right after there's a big storm that comes, and that's one of the reasons they find it so hard to find these kids that are going missing. And there's not supposed to be a storm today.
So are you trying to say that whoever's taking the kids is summoning the storms?
I think that's exactly what I'm trying to say, Rambo.
It's not a bad theory.
Why I shared it. Anyone else want to share anything? Anyone else got any ideas what's going on, or are we just going to go in here blind?
You also still need to cover story.
I think for a cover story, we should probably lean into our strengths. Go with park rangers.
Yeah, I mean, it's not uncommon for some creep to be creeping around the park after hours. There's a campsite nearby too, so gotta protect the folks camping there.
Right.
I'm not so sure I'm going to be good at a cover story, though.
What's that?
Well, I don't look like a park ranger type. He's like relatively large and rotund, and looks like he lives in his mother's basement.
Well, tell you what, you two were the ones that reported that to us, and we're now escorting you back to your campsite.
So the tech guy that's wearing shades all the time in a storm is a camper?
Hey, there's some people that just can't be off their phones or laptops outside. You'd be surprised.
Okay, how about this? You two are... I actually dealt with a couple of these idiots a while ago.
I don't like where this is going.
You two are Bigfoot hunters. So you're the theorist, he's the tech guy, going around in the woods. And we're,
You realize it's not even really a cover story.
Yeah,
It's pretty much what we're doing.
That's exactly what I did before this.
right, but what you don't know is Bigfoot's been caught
I'm
many
aware.
years ago. Okay, so
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Bigfoot's like, public domain at this
Okay,
point.
but are we not looking into this child? Aren't they gonna ask why we're looking into this child?
Well, I think it's a combination of the stories. Then it's that's why we're there camping, because we're looking for Bigfoot,
Right.
and then we saw spooky shit. I don't know what we saw. We saw the kid first, or I don't know what we reported, but we reported to them, and so they're looking into it.
Yeah. I think that works.
I
Sometimes
mean,
the
how
best-
much authority are we coming across in the woods right now? Are you guys not the authorities in the woods?
Oh, we're the authorities in the woods.
Yeah, like this would be if someone stops us. I really don't think they will, but who knows?
Oh, but I mean, where's the kid being held at that trailhead station? Are we going to deal with some of the rangers in that capacity, or are we going to deal with the police, or the FBI, or any of the other letter people?
Well, if we get in and out fast enough, I don't think we'll have to deal with them. 24 hours, I think, is what we have.
Kevin looks at his rather large gut and says, I don't do fast, Chief, but okay.
Well, we might not be able to move fast, but I think me and Jesse can find shortcuts.
I'm going to say, as you finish this sentence, not to interrupt a great bout of plumbing here. I was looking at glossary. You were. But you are going to make your way through the woods up to Rancheria Falls Trailhead Station. For reference, if you want to see it, look at the map here. Trailhead Station is about a click south from O'Shaughnessy's Dam on the western end of the Hetch Hetchy Reservoir. Less than a click from the Hetch Hetchy Backpackers Campground. So it's basically in the same point if you need anything to reference there. And a click and a half from the Devil's Chair Rock Formation, which is, of course, that right there. For reference, for those of you more in the know, you know this area is usually hot and dry in the summer, though now it is getting a real good soaking. You know, some people might say, oh, we needed this. Interspersed with many varieties of trees, from the California black oak to the ponderosa pine, incense cedar, and white fir, with an occasional giant sequoia. A lot of exposed rock faces, dirt, and scrub grasses, which seem very desert-like. Small bushes cluster next to trees, Oregon grape, Sierra coffeeberry, gooseberry, and pygmy rose. There's a large open area with only low shrubs, often screened by a large windbreak, providing trees. I mean, it's hard to pick out a human silhouette in this wood, basically. But Trailhead Station itself is a two-story structure with a raised patio out front. There is a shed in which you see a few ranger vehicles already parked. And if any of you are on radio with the rest of the park services, you're getting calls that they are shutting down roads as this weather pattern is making them too dangerous to navigate and has become extremely hazardous. As I change the sound again to heavy rain. There's even talks of water spouts occurring in the reservoir. So, to say it lightly, this is a heavy fucking storm. And you can already hear a thunderclaps in the distance. But you pull up to the station. It appears there's some lights on the first floor. And I return it back to you.
Alright, so I hope you read it.
So like I said, it wasn't supposed to rain today.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this. No, I'm not super into the whole, like, supernatural, spooky thing, but this is not normal.
This presents a few additional challenges. I gotta watch out for mudslides, flooding. It's gonna be hard, doable. The nice thing is that there'll be less predators out. I think.
Do you mean predators or predators?
Natural predators.
No, we have a lot of bears out here. Who knows, the mudslides might take them out towards us. We'll see. I hope not.
Well,
Were we supposed to meet someone at
Nope.
the trailhead station, or we were just kind of
You
reconvening here?
were told that is where the kid is currently being held. And so you're kind of supposed to meet him, but he's also the subject of investigation, so it's a weird... bit of a
Well.
fuck you night at the opera.
if we're gonna talk to this kid, we should probably put on our best face.
How far away is the supply depot?
The from the trailhead, I'd say it's about 2 clicks east. For the green box, yeah, 2 kilometers.
So, twice the distance as it is to the Devil's Chair.
0.5 more.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, it's out there, and you know, more experienced people would know that's for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably should not talk to this kid.
Well, yeah, why is that?
I'm scary.
At least you know it.
So I'll get things ready if you want to do some, what's a nicer word for interrogation?
Talk.
Interview,
If you want to talk.
just question, just anything else.
And I'll start gathering any like bad weather supplies that I can from the station, hiking gear for everybody. If I can find any other like bear spray, firearms, law.
Firearms will be kept more securely within the station itself, and we can discuss you getting those later on once you've entered. But you can definitely find some spare ponchos and light and flash and all-weather flashlights within the shed.
Yeah, I'll just go ransack the shed
Okay.
for now.
Kevin makes a request for like a rain cover for his backpack.
I got you.
So, we heading in. You gonna run to under the cover of the patio and
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm I'm amiable, but I should not be the one to lead this because I'm not a ranger. So
Oh yeah, no, Jesse's walking on it. We're all good.
that's fantastic. Shades, you coming? Can you even see right now?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of water. You wish you installed some wipers.
They're
But-
around you. They just.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, you guys can barrel your way in, providing you a bit of a, reprieve from the rain. To your immediate left, you see what appears to be a kind of radio station, where an older man, well, they say older, he's 35, more like, not a teenager as compared to your right in the common room. You see a younger woman, mid-20s, comforting what appears to be a smaller form with a like a shock blanket on around him. So, the door slams open. You'll guys turn up. Hi. Oh, sorry. I didn't know we're calling in others. We just have the 6 here. What can I help you with, Ranger?
So by 6, did he mean like there are 6 rangers here, or?
He indicated there are 6 rangers, but
Okay.
know it's standard protocol, especially in times to like clear out the camp. Like there's always 2 people at home. So him and the other ranger appear to be keeping the heart fire going, and there must be 4 out at the backpacker site.
Okay. Yeah, no, Jesse would just be like, it's really coming down out there. I'm not sure if you're seeing.
I'm hearing and seeing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was in the middle of responding to a call from these 2 about some suspicious person creeping around the camps,
Oh God.
as they do. And
It wasn't him.
just-
It wasn't this guy, by the way.
No, not this guy.
No.
They're
Well,
all-
that'd make it all easier, wouldn't it?
yeah, I've got him. Right?
I got the cuffs. Ha! No.
It just, in the middle of this call, just started coming down. Where they were camping is entirely flooded at this point, so in terms of relocating, I was just coming on in here so we had somewhere dry to figure this out.
Of course, absolutely. Anything you need, the common rooms just back that way indicates where the woman is. We have a fireplace getting lit. It just he leans in towards you, Jesse. We have a missing kid with something weird's going on with him. I'm trying to keep it on the down low, make sure like people don't get too scared, because it's odd.
I know, always an uproar when someone goes missing in here.
I hear you, but this is I have not told the rest of my team beyond Ranger Tamika there. She found him. He's claiming to be someone who went missing 35 years ago. So, yeah, it's
What?
yeah, exactly. Bear with me. So, I'm trying to find the page in the manual where they tell us what to do with this kind of situation, but look, Tamika is a gentle hand, so she's handling it, and the parents are already on the way, and any help you can offer, though, more than welcome. I'm just letting you know that
absolutely.
situation, and you can take your 2 here and interview them. We have another common area upstairs. We can sleep 19 here comfortably. Beyond that, well, it's gonna get uncomfortable, but it's the great outdoors, right?
Right outdoors, middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I'd call it God's country, but well. It's our country, at least. Sorry, there's an actual thunderclap outside. Oh no, I'm manifesting too hard.
We don't know what the supernatural thing is yet. We don't know how in danger you are.
I'm in danger of disconnecting, which is the only thing. No. And we have supplies, of course, should you need anything to dry off with. But we'll get the fireplace. Like, the kid's been real skittish around fire for some reason, but we can take him to the storage room.
Okay. Well, thanks again.
I will be on the radio, making sure. My team's most of my team's out on the campsite right now. One of them's checking the dam, making sure it's not going to burst or anything, and I'll be here. Let me know.
Perfect. Did I recognize this other ranger at all? Like,
Douglas Keena. How long have you been working? He's 35.
Probably a couple years. Like,
You might recognize him from a function or two.
okay.
I'd say, like, just to keep it, like, he might not fully recognize you. You probably have been, like, working on, in different areas mostly. But you meet at, like, the staff, the little, like, hangouts or
like,
parties or something.
Yeah.
You got
over radio. I just know people's voices more than their faces.
Absolutely. So. Like, you got assigned to, like, when you were both, fairly junior, you got assigned to the same, like, toll booth duty once, Or something, I don't know. I'm placing a kitty on this place a little bit, but you did a park ranger, like, junior program together one time, but he clearly doesn't remember that.
Oof.
Anyway, you seem to have the run of the place.
We won the three-legged race too. How dare?
You were racing like 6-year-olds, so.
Well.
Anyway, the common room is to your right. Ahead appears to be stairs going up, and then a hallway as well leading off to the right. It just seems to be a lot of supplies, and looking in, you can see the common room has a fireplace set up. A kind of like a grand, meant to warm the entire place kind of fireplace.
Yeah. I mean, I would leave the two of them wherever, Tamika and Brandon are. Whenever Douglas isn't looking, she'll just kind of look back to the other two and just give them a wink, and turn on over.
So, moving into the common room. Tamika Gallegos is a woman, of course, later 20s. Kind of a, Mediterranean, you can't quite place where her family might be from, but she turns. Oh, hi. Sorry. Hey, Brandon. Got some new friends. The kid seems like to look up at you all. Perfectly normal 10-year-old, not like wide-eyeing you or anything. I don't know what y'all expected. If it was a monster or something weird, but this is a perfectly normal looking kid, and he kind of looks at you like, hi, and he's still wrapped in a shop blanket, but you can see below that he's got like a Yosemite National Park hoodie on and some sweatpants. They both appear to be just like slightly too big for him. Mm-hmm. And Tamika kind of has has her hat on, and we were just hanging out, talking, and you know what chillin' means, right? And Brandon, like, if you ever been a kid and like not known what someone meant when they said something, it's exactly that kind of thought process. Where you see his eyes just kind of like, he nods, but his eyes aren't sure. Sorry. And she gets up and you're another ranger. I'm Rockwell, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought I'd recognize the name, but I've kind of been attached to the hip to Keena on a lot of departments. He likes to keep me around. I'm kind of his favorite college grad student. Of course now not recent college grad. That's
As
That's
it goes, and they don't seem to get over it either. Like,
well,
however many summers I had to go through over at Philmont Scout Ranch with that same kind of thing, it
oh
doesn't
my
leave
gosh,
you until
you're
you just get
Philmont.
out.
Yep, no. Oh, even though we have Devlin and Blomberg, still. Oh yeah. Well, asking about I did in college and asked me to relate to them like I know what the hell a 21-year-old's doing with their life right now.
I don't know. And at this point, well, first, Jesse will probably just say, yeah, we're just getting out of the rain. We'll be out of your hair as soon as this passes over.
No
And
worries.
then she'll kind of, like lean a little bit and say, well, Douglas told me a little bit about what's going on.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
It's really messed up. Okay. I'll just tell it to you like it is, right? So I'm out just doing my usual, making sure no one's messed with anything. I'm just walking around the preserve, I'm taking some samples here and there, and I find him 2,000 meters out, around Rock Devil's Chair, completely naked. He's got a tattoo on the back of his neck. I don't know what the fuck it is. And I bring him back to the station, right? Give him a phone because his parents must be somewhere freaking worried sick about him. And I turn on my smartphone and he looks at me like I just showed him the goddamn, like a piece, like a chunk of gold or something, like he's never seen it before. And I explain how to use a goddamn cell phone to him, dial it in, calls his parents' number. Thank God they pick up. I talk to them, and they say, and I'm asking him oh, which campsite are you at? And because we found your son, and they're not on the campsite. They're in goddamn Texas right now, and they must have the wrong number or something, because they tell me the last time they put in a report was 1995, and that's
Pushing it.
It's, well, for a kid who says he's 10. Yeah. So anyway, I tell them he's here, and they're crying and saying it's a miracle, and oh my gosh, we're booking the flight now, and I'm more than happy. We have plenty of, it's peak season, so we have all the supplies we need to, keep him here. But I'm worried all these other, people are going to come in and see this kid on his own. Oh, when are you getting that kid up? We don't fucking know. Because his parents are flying in from Texas. So, yeah, sorry, I'm a little, it's a little
That's a
weird.
lot. You probably, this has happened over a day, right?
Literally yesterday. I'm really
That's a long day. Have you gotten any sleep?
Look, the kid sleeps great sometimes. I thought I'd sleep great, but this rain came out of nowhere. It must have been, there's a lot of wind last night. The windows were smacking up and open. And I thought someone was coming in with a freaking void rage. Look, we have some of the new college kids, one of them's a little bit of a hothead sometimes, but he's not hot enough to keep slamming the door over and over. And I don't know. It's been weird. So no, I didn't sleep.
Okay, well, we'll tell you what. If you want to just, go lay down, in somewhere maybe a little quieter, get some coffee or something, I can watch him for a couple minutes. So you
if
can
you
have
could take
a little...
over for just long enough for me to brew some coffee. I can get you and your guests some too. Sorry.
that would be lovely.
How do you two like your coffee? Are you hot chocolate or tea? I can do whatever.
I could really go for some hot chocolate.
Oh, we got the best.
Yeah, no marshmallows though.
Oh, all right, I suppose.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take a hot chocolate too. That sounds fine.
2 hot chocolates, no marshmallows, and
No, I'm good.
A lot of coffee for the Rangers. Hoorah. Coming up. And she'll leave the room, and then you're just left with a kid in a shock blanket and an oversized hoodie and sweatpants. Quick question. One, Ben, where are you at?
Rifling through the shed. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to do a quick perimeter sweep of the grounds, see if there are any, I don't know, clues.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on that for a second. But in the meantime, you can DM me or put in the chat what your passive search is, or if you want to make a search roll.
How do I know what my passive search
is? It's just the percentile you have already in the skill. For the rest of you, what's the move?
I mean, I, as well as Shades, probably feel a little out of our element.
Oh, sorry. Actual second question. Just what's everyone's medicine or search?
It's real. We'll look real quick.
60 for search.
60, thank you.
70 for search.
70.
Medicine's a big old 0. My search is 40.
Ooh.
My search is 20.
What about medicine?
0.
Okay. So you can't make an attempt at medicine, but if someone, well, the kid's sitting right there. So what are you doing?
I mean, I'll just like kind of be like doing like the same thing that whatever Tamika was doing to like, you know, comfort Brandon, whether that was just
She
like,
seemed to be just kneeling down and talking to
Yeah,
him.
okay.
Like, yes. So you can get you can chat. I will say, with those of you with a search of 40 or higher, can see very slightly poking above the collar of the hoodie up to his neck. This looks like it's like a nearly invisible seam-like scar. That it's not just one, but they seem to be like lightly crisscrossing even at the neck up to his face and around. And then of course there's the green tattoo on the back of his neck. Don't suppose any of you have archaeology.
I have a 20 in it.
You can make the roll if you have more than 0.
I may as well. May as well.
And remember,
Where are we at?
if you fail, you can check the box.
Success!
Hell yeah.
Jesse, you, as you're talking to him, kind of, how are you investigating this? I need to ask.
I mean, I would probably just be like striking like really small conversation with him while just kind of like, while he's talking and while I'm talking a little bit, just kind of like trying to get a closer look at things and just kind of look around, inspect, just to like kind of distract him. Be like,
do you physically like feel at any of the scars or tattoo?
I mean, I might like kind of like disguise it as like, fixing like the blanket and like his hood's a little twisted up, so I'm gonna like put that back where it should be and just and be like, did you see any like, cool animals today? We have lots of cool birds around here. Just small conversation just to kind of keep his mind off of whatever he's gone through.
So, but physically touching the tattoo at any point, or?
Sure.
Okay, 2 things then. 1, with the successful archaeology roll, you will recognize Nahuatl, which is the Aztec language. The symbology on the back of his neck is a symbol which indicates boy. Additionally, feeling at it, there's a bump. Like a weird kind of square shape with a singular point in the middle. Like, it's a passing glance as you're kind of like, adjusting his hoodie and shock blanket, but there's something in the back of this kid's neck.
Okay. I don't really know how to communicate that to the rest of the group right now, but I will put that on my mental piece of paper.
I feel like we would, like, with the search being high enough for us to notice what it is. I feel like at least Kevin has a hunch about what you're doing, and has made a mental note to ask you about it later, and like gives you kind of a nod, like I see what you're doing. We'll talk about it later, like to kind of silently communicate that.
Do you ask him at all about like what? So you're just making small talk. You're not.
It's like
Okay.
see any cool animals? Like we have a lot of different squirrel species out here, and just all of that.
I didn't see a lot. The strangers took me.
Do you mean Tamika?
No, Tamika's a friend. I meant the strangers who scream without voices. They were so tall, but they didn't talk. But they did. Like, very tall. Taller than any grown-up. And they were in the blue caves. You're a ranger, so you know the blue caves, right? With the gray paste they make you eat from the mushrooms. And then Evelyn and Thomas were there, but they weren't right, so they went away. And then I was asleep. And now I'm awake and yeah.
Well, that must have been really scary, huh?
It was very scary. But
Well, don't worry. You're right. Tamika's a friend. I'm a friend. I'm Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
I'm Brandon.
Very nice to meet you, Brandon.
It's very
Don't worry.
nice to meet
you're
you.
you're in a good spot now.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. Your friend? Of course, your friend. Sorry, I'm being goofy.
That's okay. We all get a little goofy sometime.
Yeah. Are they gonna give you a hoodie too?
I doubt they have one in my size.
I think they might. I think they should.
You know what? I will ask them, and if they do, I will wear it just so you don't feel like you're the only one wearing a hoodie like that.
It's a good hoodie.
They're actually really soft.
Hey, who were this Evelyn and Thomas person you were talking about?
Oh, they were my friends in the other place, but they weren't good enough apparently because they got taken away when I wasn't.
When you say friends, were they around your age or were they a little older?
They said they were my age. They looked a little older though. I think that's what made them not right.
You don't know where they were taken away to?
No. The strangers just took them away once, and then they gave me more of the mushroom paste, and I forgot the rest. But then I was here, and I was back, and I miss my mom and dad.
Or they miss you too?
and they're on their way. They'll be here as soon as they can.
Okay. I'll wait till they get here then. If the strangers don't come to get me first.
Do you think the strangers are gonna come get you?
Maybe. They were very tall and spoke without voice and they were so strange. Then yes, they'll come back for me, I think. As long as I'm me.
Did they, when they talked to you without voice, did they tell you what to call them? Was there like a name, like, hey, I'm Kevin, if you need more mushroom paste, just say my name in your head kind of thing?
I think they didn't give a name. It just, they called me something I didn't understand, and they would feed me the paste in Osadagogawa, and they kept feeding the paste every time I woke up, and the fire in Osadagogawa, and I don't understand, and I don't.
It's okay.
Handler, can I get a freaking spelling for that, please?
Oh.
For a lot of these, it's like.
Oh, Osadogowa. Osadagogawa. Ossadogawah.
I missed the H.
Yeah.
That's close.
So, he's clearly at recollecting this, going into a kind of like weird point, like you might have triggered something. Does anyone have a natural, well, who's there with the kid, of over 20% or 20% at natural?
0.
It also 0.
So, good news for you all listening. Him going into this kind of state where he not only starts saying this name, he's also detailing a lot of processes that happened to him through a kid's vision, but still pretty bad. You're all going to gain 1 point in a natural. And y'all gonna lose 2 sanity.
Nice.
Good thing it was not there.
Yeah, you can't.
And it very clearly is taking a toll on him as well.
I have a couple questions following up on what I just heard. Does the description that he made of lanky, tall people in the mountains kidnapping kids, does that...
Ooh, they're under the mountain.
Or under the mountain, sorry. But kidnapping in the forest along the mountain and then taking them under the mountain, does that ring any bells for me for any local superstitions I would know about? Any sort of urban legends or rural legends? Or...
You did roll a success in your cult before to have a kind of kept track of all the disappearing persons cases.
Yeah, I don't know that it would have involved the like lanky tall people though.
No, but you can like kind of remember, and Shades, if you want to assist, I'll give you a chance to like confirm this detail. All right. Evelyn and Thomas, looking up those names, does seem to link to 2 missing kids from 1918, Evelyn and Thomas Yvetney.
I'm sorry.
God.
First of all, that was my next question. Second of all, 19. What team?
18.
Oh.
So that's the thing that triggered my sanity loss, was realizing that. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, that was the two questions I had.
Anyone else? Because otherwise we're going to Ben.
Does my phone have like internet connection still, or is
You
it?
do have internet connection up here. It's not great, and you can contact your handler if you want. You also have the burner phone.
It's not quite related, but here's what hey kid, hey, what's your favorite cartoon?
Favorite?
G.I. Joe? Mine too.
No, I like the superpowered team.
Super. Someone Googled and saw the top search.
Rude.
It's because it's what I did. I just YouTube or something that, and I have it on, and I hand it to him. I'm like, hey man,
Your little TV's got the superpower team on.
yeah. How about you enjoy a few episodes while we just talk over here for a bit?
Okay. And he'll gladly take your phone and just be watching, you know. Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom.
As we come together, Kevin is on his phone confirming the information about those missing kids from his records that are on a private server that, for some reason, Delta Green left for him. And also, I'd like to look up that word.
Sadogawa.
Old soggy dog water.
Sadogawa.
Because I tried to actually put it into Google, like, as if I was on my phone, and the first thing said Delta Green, and I was like, nope, can't look this up myself.
So, you say it over and over again. Or like you're thinking in your head. And
he's mumbling. He's definitely
He's mumbling, and it's going to kind of naturally turn into a reference to Satagwa, which also doesn't return any Google results, but feels more like, you know, there's a part of your brain that's like, yes, good, like the lizard part of your brain, and it's like, okay, yeah, that feels more natural. Like, I can filter that through a human brain.
Yeah. So I got some good news and some bad news for you two. So I've been studying those missing kids for a while because, you know, it's unnatural, spooky shit in my neighborhood. And those the two names that the kid mentioned, Evelyn and Thomas, they went missing in like 1918.
Okay, that's. How is that possible?
I mean, the kid did say that they looked a little older than him, but I don't know how you mistake an adult for an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old or whatever.
And kid's got like something in the back of his neck. I can feel it.
Yeah. What did you find out when you
No,
were?
it was like this like square kind of shape, and then at a point, no idea what that could be. There was nothing on the outside. It was definitely inside his neck.
I mean, I hate to suggest this, but could it be like you know, one of those like chips that they put into dogs and stuff, so you can find them whenever they get away?
I mean, maybe you think it's the same people that gave up that tattoo. What was the symbol's name?
Nahuatl for boy.
How do you spell that?
Nahuatl. It's the Aztec language. So it's rather than like a symbol, it is the language equivalent. Like, think of like a hieroglyphic.
Okay.
But this symbol means boy, and it's on the back of his neck. Nice green.
Yeah, like I wouldn't expect any Aztec to be around here. Isn't that more like not Yosemite?
Yeah, I don't think that's from around here. I don't think there was. They came this far north.
Mm-mm.
Paige, you got any ideas?
This is not my realm. I wanna kind of look at the boy's neck to see if it kind of could look like any kind of like electronic device of the sort.
I mean, looking close, you can't quite identify it from a glance. It seemed like Jesse had to get up and feel it. But from the description, it absolutely could be. I mean, like some square piece in the back of someone's neck, like. But as you're contemplating that, I'd love to jump to Ben real fast. Because, Ben, you're searching the perimeter.
I'm knife fighting one of these fucking monsters at this point.
Oh, absolutely. You're right in the middle of it. Ah, no.
I'm fucking bleeding from all of my orifices, just like fist deep into one of these people.
No. You are instead deep in the woods. Rain pouring down around you. You just want to do a quick scan of the perimeter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
You are basically you're making your way around. With a search, you're fairly certain there's been no disturbances. You're getting nothing. It's heavy rain coming down around you. Everything's slick, and you make your way closer to where the campsite is before you see another person with someone with a flashlight come and shine it somewhere in your direction. Just like, excuse me. Yeah, sorry, you have to be on the trail right now. You should be heading back to the ranger station if you're not already set up at camp.
So my cloak that I'm wearing is full bear hide, and the hood is a bear's head.
Sir? And they're already backing away. Like,
I look over. And I just like growl at them. Just.
And he starts reaching for something at his side. Like,
I just hold up a hand. Clearly human hand.
Yeah. Sir?
Park Ranger.
What? Sorry, you're... What? I heard, like, a rumor there was somebody... What? You're real?
Yes.
The bear guy is real?
Yes, the bear guy is real.
Oh, jeez. Okay, he lowers the flashlight out of your eyes. Hi, Christopher Devlin, Ranger, Junior Ranger, kind of. I mean, I'm official full-time Ranger, Eagle Scout. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. I'm trying to just move folks that want to be moved out to the, back to the Ranger Station. You good? I mean, of course, you're the Bear Ranger, but, like...
I'm here for a reason. You don't need to find me back to my way.
Are you the person that people are, like, saying is all around here? Like, I got some folks back here real scared. Like... So, they're... Okay, like, he walks a bit closer, but if I can be honest with you, they're using some real offensive terms. I mean, like... They're saying some white Indians out in the woods, like squatting in trees and brushes. Like, pale motherfucker. No offense, you don't look like the type, but I'd assume they'd say bearskin first.
More.
I don't got anything else. The folks at the campsite know more, but I'm trying to get them the hell out of here. I mean, we're all trying to. Technically, Maria's the one in charge, but I'm, catching stragglers coming into the site.
I just do like a quick gaze through the forest to see if anything's watching us.
Maybe a
And then
POW
I-
check.
Pow!
Yeah, POW check.
That's not concerning at all.
What do I do for that? Just,
Just make a power roll.
oh, I see.
A
My power's
success.
at 85.
Good for you. You don't see, you do initial look over, and at the moment don't see anything, but as you do, you kind of just kind of behind the flashlight in the distance, you do see a person, basically. Broad nose, pale face, under what appears to be a kind of long hood. Or rather, no, sorry, that one's without the hood. Weird, stringy, long red hair. Now, this wouldn't normally be a concern, but at the approximate distance at which you're seeing this one must be at least 15 feet tall. And as soon as you lock eyes and hold on it, it literally just kind of crouches and disappears as you turn around behind. Sanity check, please.
This isn't good.
How's that gonna go there, Ty?
I failed.
2.
Oh no.
Flip a coin, please.
Can you flip it for me?
Oh, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to. Alright, we'll go with your first one.
Fuck. Okay.
Now, I will say this. You are a veteran ranger with a long history with the department. You would probably have some kind of means by which to, help somewhat if you were able to identify the situation in which you encountered yourself with your afflictions.
Right. Yeah. I'm confused because I rolled amnesia. So I'm confused. Is it it erases my memory of what I just saw?
Of what you just... Everything in the scenario, basically, gets real hazy to you until you can find a way to kind of solidify that again.
Okay. So would that include the conversation I just had with this guy?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay. Yeah, this guy just sees my pupils dilate to their fucking max. And immediately go pinpoint, and I crouch and hit the ground. And I look up.
Are you okay? Bear ring? What do they call you? They start with a B. It's not bear.
What just happened?
You went real wide-eyed and then squat.
Who the fuck are you?
I am Ranger Devlin, Christopher Devlin.
What are you doing out here, Devlin?
I'm helping the people. You already asked me this? I'm helping the backpackers that want to get back to the camp, get back to the trailhead.
Hold on one sec. Sorry.
Hold on, 1 second.
I reach into my side pouch that I have, and I pull out a miniature rubber duck that looks like a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
And I look around. It's raining, so I'm assuming there's a puddle.
Absolutely.
And I just kind of crawl over to the puddle and put the rubber duck in the puddle and watch it float. But I focus on the reflection.
Mm-hmm.
This is my like refocus.
Is this your method? Yeah.
This is my totem.
You focus on. I'd say like a hard minute goes by where you and a 22-year-old junior ranger are just standing in the heavy downpour of rain with thunder occasionally clapping overhead. Of you watching a duck in a puddle, but you get it all back. You're back. There was a thing back there. It was real tall, real human looking, but kind of like the head was kind of oblong in the back and strange. And you're back, baby.
Back.
Uh,
I pocket Jeffrey.
Of course.
I put him away.
Devlin, take me to this campsite. I need to talk to these people.
Sure thing. Yeah, sure thing. Come on. Well,
Devlin,
yeah, yes, sir.
do you have a firearm?
No. I have some bear mace on me. I thought you were a bear for a second. I'm sorry
I unclip my medium pistol, check it, and then grab another magazine and I hand it to him.
Okay. I am cleared for firearms training. So this is good. Eagle Scouts did plenty of shooting. So
Devlin.
Yes, sir.
The safety stays on unless I tell you otherwise.
Yes, sir.
And then I unsling my heavy rifle and get it ready as well.
You know what I love as a, slightly panicked camper who had an unexpected rainstorm? 2 dudes rolling up like a fucking SWAT team. Anyway, I think
You just listen, sir. You just told me I just saw a 15-foot ghoul in the fucking woods and had a mental breakdown. I'm doing what I can to protect myself.
ghoul is a term that might not apply to the situation.
It's
Also,
the best that I can relate to.
Is this young ranger really following a guy who just crawled on all fours to stare at a rubber ducky in a pool?
It's the fucking cryptid ranger. You don't question your park cryptid when you know he's also on the payroll.
Okay, yeah, no, I guess that tracks.
Like,
Okay.
this, literally imagine, like, you've always heard, you're working at a job, and you've always heard about, like, Tim the tech guy, who can, like, fix a computer by, like, smacking your monitor real hard, and then one day you find him, like, curled up in the break room, like, eating a Snickers bar. Like, nah. And he tells you, like, hey, can you come with me for a second? You're like, yeah, of course, Tim the tech guy.
That's
Save-
so specific.
It's like if Bigfoot drifted over to you in a Range Rover and said, "Get in, motherfucker, we're going walrus hunting." Like,
Is there a reason?
don't
Wait,
say
hang on.
no.
Is there a reason you picked Bigfoot for that?
Welcome back, everybody, to the department. If you're just, of course, joining us, please be warned. It gets a little dark here, so take care of yourself as we proceed forward. But last we left our agents. We have 3 of you in the Raging Center, 1 of you outside, heading to the backpacker campground. Would anyone like to jump in? Have you made contact with your handler with this information? Tried to get anything else through the internet?
Jesse's phone, satellite radio phone, starts to ring.
To pick it up.
Jesse,
Ben, where the hell have you been?
To be fair, you hear this normally perfectly clear. Assume a layer of static is kind of covering over it more than rain would normally do.
Oh. You're gonna have to speak normally. I'm so sorry.
I will.
Jesse, found Devlin in the woods. Found something else heading towards campground. Follow.
What do you mean, something?
I think I found what we're looking for.
Hey, any more details? What are we looking for? Where are you?
In my experience, handler,
Yes.
explaining what I've seen that has fucked me up to someone else, would that fuck them up as well?
Basically, you know that scant descriptions should be fine. Like, you know, if you go into detail and say, oh, I saw, you know, a 15-foot man in the woods, that's fine. It's the actual seeing of the thing that usually messes people up. Like,
Okay.
oh, we've all heard about unicorns, but seeing one in real life is really going to be like, well, that messes my conception of reality.
It's a freaking double rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Tall, white-skinned, human, maybe long head. And moves fast.
Well, okay, we'll be right there. We have a lot to tell you too.
Bring your weapons.
Also should be noted, Ben, you have all the ponchos. You could have left them on the porch.
All of them?
You could have left them on the porch if you wanted to.
Okay. I would not be lugging around like the excess gear if I was going to go on a scouting mission. So
Okay.
I would have gathered everything I could from the shed and left it somewhere close to the front porch.
Okay. Yeah. You could find like a hole in the like a raccoon hole in the the wiring under there and shoved it just in. So, 3 of you have Ben's general heading. And anything else you'd like to be doing at this time?
Hey, Jesse, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take some of my equipment to the Devil's Chair area. Am I going to have a hard time getting there?
I mean, in this weather, it's already a little bit of a hike. Adding some weight, I mean, it's gonna be hard. I can take a little bit because I'm used to backpacking through here, but I can't take a lot.
Well, yeah, but aren't you guys gonna go follow old Range of Bigfoot over there?
Yeah, we should get to him sooner rather than later. He's seen something.
Right, but he's not going towards Devil's Chair, is he? Isn't he going towards the campsite with the campers?
Yeah.
Devil's Chair is where the kid went missing.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to see if I can get some information from there for us. But I mean, we only have 24 hours, and there is that kind of dusk dawn aspect to the whole mystery that we're investigating. So time's ticking.
Where is this campsite? Is it hard to find?
The campsite is less than a half click northeast of the trailhead, so it's effectively in the same place. Click, of course, being a kilometer.
It's on the way to the Devil's Chair.
Yes, you could do
I-
that and then hike to Devil's Chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing anything else, Shades?
I will email what we have.
Your handler, Jade,
Yeah, to the handler to
Jace,
see
rather.
if they have any. Yeah, Jace, if they have any other possible information or leads.
If you do that on the earlier end of y'all figuring stuff out, I'd say you can probably feel a ring in the burner phone as you're stepping out and getting into ponchos, telling you to check the link when you fucking can.
Okay.
TikTok.
Okay. Yeah.
Clock emoji.
I'm gonna.
Hourglass. Angry face.
I'm gonna. It's way too many emojis. Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check it while Kevin's grabbing his gear because it looks like that's the plan still. If we're going that direction, anyways.
Sure. One, you do get a more detailed investigation into a bit more information, rather, on the McGill family and what they provided the public. Additionally, in regards to bringing up the Osadagawa and other kind of strange references to people living in in the mountains, you get some interesting results from native folklore relating to the Dakota Lakota Makota, as well as the Paiute peoples, referencing moon-faced people and the tall, the large white cannibals, which, believe it or not, isn't a reference to American settlers. And you find a number of images. One of them a pictogram from a more native source, another a real strange picture from the wacky west. It seems, at least, of a particularly large skeleton.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna just relay so that make sure that they know what's what I got back about it.
You can get acquainted on the way. I say, for sake of expediency, the three of you make your way down the trail, conveying this information, and then reach the campsite and see, a very panicked-looking ranger, kind of like hand on one side on what appears to be a bulk of approximate bulk of a gun, and a flashlight in the other hand, and then Ben with a rifle, out, finger not on the trigger because he's an expert, but in the firing position, listening around.
Ben?
Do you hear that?
No.
The rain?
The singing.
Ben, you hearing Charlie's in the bush or something?
Love a good reference. Love the reference. If I can give inspiration, I would. But for now, I say you move to the bottom of my kill list.
Thanks.
Just as an aside, I was getting real freaked out because I thought there was singing in the in-game music. There's actually singing from the TV in the other room.
No, I texted your roommate.
Oh, that's some roundhouse level shit. I love it.
I was like, oh, fuck. What is going on?
I'm everywhere.
Last time you had a stranger in the background. Now you got music playing.
Got house ghosts,
Fear in my
ghosts,
body. Anyway.
Giraffe men.
All right.
Giraffe
men. Ben, you good now? Did it stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Did you see anything on your way here?
No.
Good.
What's the other ranger's name?
That is Christopher Devlin, as he
Devlin.
explained.
Devlin. How far is the campground?
Not far. We're just at the edge here. We can already see some lights flicking around. Must be Nicholson. He likes to gesticulate. Hi, everyone else. Sorry, I'm new. I don't really know faces. I should know you probably, ma'am. Ranger Devlin. Chris Devlin.
Ranger Rockwell.
Okay. Yeah. Probably should know your name. I'm sorry. Again, new. I'm fresh off the Eagle. I don't know why I keep bringing up Eagle Scouts.
So is the campground in sight now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like a good clearing where people have their tents set up, but you can absolutely head in, and it seems like some folks are already packing up.
All right, I'm gonna grab the gun from Devlin.
Oh,
Take back the ammunition.
that's
Devlin,
yeah. Yes, hi.
leave.
That was the plan. I could escort some folks back to the trip.
No, we'll take care of it. Leave.
Okay. And you've never seen someone with such a rigid spine, like stand upright, and you feel like he almost feels the need to salute. That he'll just like start heading up the trail towards the trailhead station.
What'd you get from the kid?
Quite a bit concerning stuff. First off, there is something in his neck. Not sure, like it's a little square shape, and then a point.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. It's got a tattoo in Aztec, which is strange.
Anything mention of tall, lanky, white-faced people?
Mm-hmm.
I saw one. It saw me.
Apparently they live in the Blue Caves.
Have I heard of the Blue Caves?
You can make it a natural check.
I can certainly do.
I mean, I was about to ask about that too, because I live in the region.
You can absolutely make an occult check. A natural, you don't quite recall anything.
I have a 1% in unnatural though.
Or whatever skill you feel applies. Whatever skill you feel applies.
I mean, 70 for a call. I'm going to do that.
Okay. I mean, if you have 1%, you can make the attempt. The only thing you can't boost up is unnatural with a failure.
I'll take a
Success on
16 occult.
occult. There's a... Again, you will also basically confirm what you heard from Shades, that there is a Native American indigenous peoples tradition, both ranging from the central north to down here. I mean, technically, I think some origins even date them back to the image you're seeing is actually East Coast, Lakota, and there's reference to very tall people who live underground and should never be disturbed, who eat people. Or at the very least, it's not something unheard of. It is mythological, though. I mean, if there are people underground, it's the United States. We would have drilled them out of there already. Unless they were on, like national parkland or something. But that's just a thought that hits you tangentially.
Mm-hmm.
That one's for free.
I think these campers have seen more. We should talk to them, clear it up, and then head on to the Devil's Chair. Unless we want to go to the supplies first, but time's ticking.
That's like a whole other direction. Wasn't that to the west?
It is to the east.
East.
Of
the other
trailheads. 2 clicks to the east of trailhead, so it'd be a
I
half
might
a click.
I might have
to
said
the
west
south.
initially, but I meant east. So basically, Devil's Chair would be northeast. Supply the green box would be east.
So there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yee. This is why I give you all access to the chalkboard, because it makes it so much better. I mean, aside from everything else you wrote.
Like, hey, Shades, your friend says hi.
Hey, not cool.
It's cool.
Anyway.
All right. Camp first. Then we have to make a choice. Start thinking about it.
And I just start walking towards the camp, to the campers.
Have you holstered your rifle?
No.
All right, that's fair.
But I know how to hold it in a way that's like neutral.
Yeah, you can hold it at like parade rest, absolutely. I'm just asking because it's still a gun.
I imagine I'm holding it by the
But like the mid, just above the barrel, just above the scope rather on the absolutely. Okay, yeah, he's walking into camp. God, I'm sorry, my brain flashed with Man Bear Pig, and now I can't just speak the spell off my mind. Like, you're the fucking inspiration.
Oh no.
favorite cryptid.
This universe is...
I'm going to think of Ben this way for the rest of the session.
I'm super serial, guys. But the rest of you, are you going to follow into the campground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. You are going to see 3 rangers. One very clearly like over communicating with his flashlight, which is why you were able to identify the campground from so far away. And one of a similar age to that guy, also, kind of like helping someone, set their tent back into a, packed place they can throw it on their bag, but kind of, clearly hurrying them along. The other one is kind of just standing and supervising and just like parroting. Appears to be the youngest.
It's just a bunch of Eagle Scouts.
No, I'd say those of you who are more veteraned with the parks department would at least semi-lightly recognize Maria LeMay. She's the medic on duty. So if you ever taken any first aid trainings, she's been a part of it. Beyond that, these are some fresh young faces. Even though one of them is just slightly older, like 24 versus 21. But there's about 6 people still left at the campground. One of them is an older fellow who's waving away help anytime he comes near to him. It appears to be a group of 3 who are beginning to pack up their stuff, though they are doing so slowly, and one of them is insisting this is barely even rain for the area, But yeah, what's the move? What's the vibe? What's the sitch?
How much time do we have left? How much time in the day do we have left?
I'd say it's getting on, you got there early, you got there in the morning, so I'd say it's hitting about, noon, if you're just taking a decent walk down in the rain, or past noon. You're getting a little past noon.
Just want to mentally know where.
Yeah,
it's our time frame.
Sun's going down.
I'd like to establish now that this has been happening before, because it has. The digital audio recorder that Kevin has been recording this whole time.
All right.
And on the backpack, there are pockets in the shoulder straps where he has the EMF reader and other things that are on, so that he'll hear them immediately when they go off. All of his paranormal kind of equipment. The ghost box is not on currently.
LeMay.
And a woman, 25. Well, absolutely. Yeah. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi. Are you okay?
Fine.
All right.
What's going on here?
We're moving the folks who want to be moved out to the ranger trail station. This storm is coming in out of nowhere. Sorry. Ben and Jesse, right?
Right.
Okay. I sorry, I don't recognize you two.
They're with us.
Okay. Well,
Kevin, consultant. I'm helping out.
Okay. Sure. That's weird, but okay. We're taking a few folks who want to be moved up to the station, be moved up. And I'm about to go check out the dam, make sure everything's okay. Because,
Is the rain the only reason you're moving them out?
the thunder and otherwise stormy conditions that are about to set in. Absolutely.
You haven't seen anything else?
No.
Okay.
Should I have been?
I don't know, has anyone reported anything else strange?
I got some folks here reporting some weird stuff, but like creeper
Right.
type things. But like, look, they're tourists, so you show them a
Don't worry,
bush that
Shade.
doesn't look right.
Don't worry, Shades. I don't think they're talking about you.
No,
Wow.
no.
Have
Sorry.
you looked at yourself? Just look at yourself.
I know exactly what I look like.
I'm sorry. If you two are gonna have a macho moment, I'm gonna go jump over and make sure people who need help get help.
Maria,
Yeah. Hi, Ben.
who reported it?
And she points over. We have the Bingham Grant Party, who have reported some weird sightings. The three of them. It's two friends and one of their adopted sons. Clarified. And then the young girl who is hanging out with the older gentleman. Seems to have indicated she saw a child. But as I recall, we already handled that, so probably nothing to worry about there.
All right.
That was yesterday morning, though, so weird she reported it today.
Thank you. You have my frequency, right?
I can certainly try. Yeah, I have your frequency. Don't worry. Sorry. Joke. You're.
When you get to the dam, radio me and let me know what you find.
Sure. I mean, I'd appreciate backup if you can provide it. I'm gonna. You know what? If y'all are here, I'm gonna go right now. So
Sounds like a plan.
yeah. And she'll turn and start heading. Due northwest.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to the Bingham Grant Party. If anyone wants to join me, the other two should talk to the others.
Yeah, I'll probably talk to the others just so we have a ranger in each group.
Yeah. Might want to ask what a young woman's doing hanging out with an old guy in the woods.
That's their business. Who fucking cares? It's not our issue right now.
All right, fair. Ben, I'll come with you. Because I
Sure, I'll go
secretly
with you.
want data on Bigfoot.
The
Chase,
words
looks like you're coming with me.
The words
that's fine.
May December pop into your head.
What?
May December. It's a it's a phrase you can Google.
Mayday?
No, May December. It indicates a gap of sorts.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll
May-
have to look up Google.
I have it frequently. Anyway, would anyone like to take point here, or should I just decide?
I mean, I'll just go ahead and walk over to because they were the group that's like more insistent on like staying.
Yeah,
right?
you see an older man. Honestly, you'd say like mid-70s, standing out there, kind of, with an umbrella over his head, and as you come up, look, I already told the very nice other rangers that we're just fine here. And he seems to
Alright,
have a very nice tent set up behind him.
All right, well, nice. Don't worry. We can only tell you so many times before it's protocol that we don't have to.
That's
but
good. I know what you
Yeah.
gotta do. I'm an environmental lawyer myself.
Good to know. We actually were coming over here to ask some questions about yesterday. We have to get statements from anyone who witnessed a child.
Yesterday,
that was happening yesterday.
no. My lovely darling Lisa reported that today. You see. Lisa, come out here. Well, these rangers are back. They want to ask you a few questions again. And yeah, you out of the way will come a what it looks to be like early 30s woman. Ponytail back, glasses. Seems to not be totally comfortable in the outdoors. Hi. Yeah.
Hi. I'm not sure if you heard what I was saying before.
I mean, if you're here to talk about the kid I saw today, yeah, it was weird. I mean, it's like half naked, looking like dead in the eyes. I mean, and I'm going to save the physical explanation he provides because it's basically an exact description of Brandon McGill. And so, yeah, I saw him this morning, just like out in the middle of the woods or whatever. And then, except I like call out to him and he runs off.
And he's completely alone.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I, told the Rangers, told you all. I mean, it's scary, right?
Yeah, we're wrapping our heads around it ourselves.
Well, good. You better do it fast, because, I mean, this is a kid, right? I feel like... I feel like every time I turn around, I see some kid out in the woods.
Really?
How many kids have you found in the woods?
She's joking. She said, we were having a good time out here in the woods. We just hiked out to the trail station, enjoying the view. She's like, no, I'm serious. I feel like it's in my goddamn peripherals. I'm seeing, like, kids. 15, 17?
15, 17 kids or...
No, their ages.
Two kids exactly?
No. I've been feeling it all day. I don't know what to tell you.
No, that's totally fine. We're also because of the weather, we're having to assess Brandon for just in case there's any sign of like hypothermia
Brandon?
or anything. What did the weather look
Who
like?
the fuck
when you
is
saw him?
Brandon?
The kid that we found.
Oh, you did find a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. I didn't hear anything about it. I mean, I reported to the Rangers today, and y'all haven't turned anyone else up in the local area, so it's good you found them. What about the others? I mean, maybe there's just like teenagers out in the woods, but like not wearing clothes. Kind of gross.
Well, this is actually news to us.
Good. Okay. Well, I've been telling your fellow Rangers out here, and they've been,
And you didn't see them, yes? You saw them this morning. Like that's when you found the kid.
This morning.
Did you go out with the kid, or did you just see the kid and leave them there?
I saw the kid, and then I tried to call out to them like a responsible adult would do, and then they just vanished off into the woods.
Hey, Jesse, didn't they find the other kid yesterday?
Other kid?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like we have multiple accounts that are all very different from each other.
You know what? Maybe the ranger was probably just busy and mixed up their time frames. Because you seem pretty confident about yours, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely gonna look for the other kids, of course.
Well, good.
With the weather.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, are we still staying here, babe? And she looks at you like, of course we're still staying here. This is like, this is what the outdoors is all about. So, again, thank you all so much for your help. We're gonna retire for the evening.
It's noon.
It's a past noon, my friend. And, as they say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
You do you.
Like, well, every little detail counts. So thank you.
We'll
you
let
so
you
much.
know if we think of anything else.
Mhm.
And they'll both head back into their tent. Seems to be rain resistant at the moment, even with the heavy drops coming down around you and your ponchos. Which is when we jump to the other group. You see a group of 3 breaking down what appears to be 2 tents with the assistance of 2 rangers. It appears to be a woman who had, like, you'd guess, like, shifted around a little bit. Should be fine. I think I fixed it. If I'm wrong, I got it. All right. Don't let it happen again. Anyway, you see a woman who, like, mid-60s or late 50s. Generous. Clearly takes care of her hair because she's got it already, like, covered. Another woman who looks like, mid-40s. And then a younger man, clearly in his early 20s. Most likely one of their sons. Though it doesn't seem to look like either of them. So, who knows. But he's breaking down the secondary tent that is attached to the site. And there you just hear the one complaining, "Oh, but this is barely a rain. Really? I mean, Joyce, I'm fully on with you to go back to the ranger station and wait this out. But, like, isn't it more fun to be outdoorsy?" And Joyce is like, "Look, I'm just don't want to get soaked. Okay, I'm not a big fan of getting caught in the rain, even with this. I mean, mudslides. I mean, I've seen the news. All right, Elizabeth, like." I don't want that to happen to my poor baby. And you hear from the back, and you hear, like, from the side where he's working on the tent, "Not a baby, Mom!"
Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Fine.
Oh, all the bear motif. You must be a very senior ranger.
Something like that. I've heard some reports that you've seen some things out in the woods.
Oh, well, yes. We've all seen some things out in the woods. Sorry. And then, it's really no... And then the other one will cut in. "I'm sorry, you're talking about the photo I showed to the other rangers, right?"
Yes.
Okay, because it's been really weird. I swear, I've seen someone following us around. And they're really tall. Here. And she pulls out a photo on her phone. I don't know how to do this because you've written a whole bunch on here. But,
Just throw it anywhere, we'll fix it.
you see right here. It's my lovely little Will baby. The issue is, wait, freehand, come on. Yeah. Who is this person in the background? And I swear I've seen them all day. I'm sorry, I'm seeing Heck have a mental breakdown because they've been looking at these pictures
How did I
for
not
a week,
see it?
for like a whole half week, and Saint kicks it like that.
Okay, to be fair, I knew that Heck missed something.
Well, yeah, because
And-
that's the thing. I was worried about the edges. I wasn't looking at the actual
Yeah.
pictures. I was like, what fits
Alright.
in a frame?
To be fair, also, you said there was someone... Yeah, like, you literally told us there was someone else in the pictures.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, like, we knew, like, your brain knew what you're looking for.
So I just want to get some clarification about the picture too. Is that person floating in the middle of the air or standing on a outcropping?
It looks to be like they're kind of floating in the air /
Okay.
just in the background. And so Joyce will go on to explain that, she's seen some weirdo, as she describes. Some tall, thin, gangly weirdo in the woods following them around all day as they took pictures near the reservoir. And Elizabeth will confirm that Joyce has had a weird, thing where she's been calling out this weirdo in all her shots, but she doesn't see it. The other two rangers are too preoccupied breaking down the tents to contribute at the moment, especially since they see you and think, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I look towards the sun.
What sun? It's very rainy.
S-O-N.
Oh,
sun.
thank you. Okay.
And I say,
What about you? Have you seen this weirdo?
I mean, I've seen a few people. I feel like I've seen some dude just watching us when my mom points it out, but I don't know. He kind of throws his. It seems to be shoving the kind of restrained amount of his tent that can fit in the bag within it, and it's kind of clearly not fully fitting, because how the fuck do you get to fit back in the way it was designed? Throws it over his shoulder. We just I don't know. Been a weird film day, right? It's like some Slenderman bullshit.
Right.
Some weird exposure on film or something? Maybe. I don't fucking know. There's some dude in the park. I mean, that's your shit, right?
Right.
This kid,
Hey,
he could be young 20s,
young 20s.
late teens.
Yeah.
And we just heard that there were a bunch of teens being seen
Yeah.
in the periphery.
Oh, absolutely. Stick your foot in your mouth however you like.
I was sent out because there were bears that were seen in this area. And with the rain and the mudslides, flooding, probably not safe to stay. So you all might want to get on your way.
Oh, we're already on our way, for real, dude. Mom's already got everyone packing up. Well, we're heading back to the trail station.
Well, yeah, the trail station will be as safe as any.
I mean, at least just try, right?
And I'll turn back towards the parents. Friends.
It seems like one of them was indicated as mom, and you'd figure because he said the one who was seeing things was mom, it'd be the Joyce Vasquez. The other doesn't seem to be, talked about in any parental regard.
Right.
Again, I mean, you can make a social check of your yeah, exactly, but
I don't care.
Exactly.
Is there anything else you've seen?
Well, I've seen nothing, she says under her umbrella. Elizabeth, to be fair. You gain quickly that she is the leader of the group, and also has exquisite hair that she's keeping safe from, the rain with her umbrella. I have seen nothing, and, I'll just be glad for the dry and warm air of the lodge. I guess, since we're going. Right, Joyce? And she's like, yes, of course we're going to the lodge. We're not staying here, Liz. Do you feel this rain? Oh, I don't feel a thing under this great umbrella. It's titanium reinforced.
I have turned my back and I'm walking away.
Absolutely.
I haven't. I have questions.
Yes.
First of all, do I believe that she hasn't seen anything? Or is she being shady as shit about it?
You can make a psychology check if you like.
Oh, that's Cthulhu. Can I do a human instead?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, human. Right.
Okay. That's a failure.
Now,
Okay. The other thing I'd like to say, hey, the picture that you showed me, was it, what was your name? Joyce? Is that?
yes, sorry.
You took this picture?
I'm Joyce, and she's finishing setting the tent back into a position where it can be shoved into a carrier.
Where did you take this picture? You said by the reservoir, but where around the reservoir did you take it? Was it here? Was it near Devil's Chair? Was it near the
Oh
dam,
yeah,
perhaps?
near Devil's Chair actually. Yeah, wait, there's a little overhang there.
So this is Devil's Chair, right? Where this
I
where the sun's
mean,
sitting?
I guess kind of a little bit of both, but it's hanging over the reservoir. It's a great spot. I'd recommend it.
Right. And have you taken any other pictures from around the area at all?
A few, and she'll show you some. You know, I can go pull out my camera, and she'll flip through a few. Keeping an eye out for the figure you spotted, you catch them in like 4 other pictures out of like 90.
Any of them in a clearly dam-like area?
Not in a dam-like area. It seems specifically related to a point in time which they must have been around Devil's Chair as it ends with the photo I have on screen.
Cool. The only other thing I'd like to ask is, does it seem like the two groups are together?
Absolutely
like they're all
not.
camping together?
No.
Why are they at the same campsite? Did I miss that?
The campground is for everybody in this general area.
Got it.
And so they've like either parked their cars here or have hiked to here from elsewhere and will be moving their way back to the trailhead to get out of the rain. Except, you know, of course, for the holding gentry party.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Ben, why don't you go ahead and make me another POW check real quick as you turn around. You're good.
Success.
You are going to see a different tall human. This time with a kind of like cropped white hair, kind of similar to a Pictish style. If you ever seen Pictish warriors, where they're spiked up, just kind of like hovering over Jesse and Shades before it like turns back to you. Like recognizes that kind of look of intent and then kneels down, touches the earth, gone.
My rifle is.
I mean, you can take a shot if you want. This isn't happening like super faster than you can react. This is just happening if you don't take an immediate action. And yes, I will turn off the sexy time music.
No, considering where we are with everybody around and firing towards allies, that's not going to work for me.
Okay.
I'll roll my fucking sanity check.
Well, you've seen them once, so you're technically good.
Okay.
But you do lose 1 from seeing it again, so close to your allies.
Just 1.
Yeah, just 1 in this case. I'll reduce it. Because you've already been exposed.
So what? I'm sorry. Remind me. Sanity. It's 5 or more at one time that triggers bad things.
Yeah, 5 in a short distance or past your breaking point. You let me know.
Wow, we're pretty far from breaking point at this point. So
we're all good. Don't worry. It's all fine. It's all fine.
Okay. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Anyway. This figure is like looming over them, looking at them in a very inquisitive 15-foot tall kind of way. Before reaching down with a long, elongated hand and touching the earth and kind of just phasing into it. You ever seen someone dissolve into the earth? That's what you see.
Yes, I see that all the time, Turk.
Yeah.
Like, literally standing right behind them.
Literally, like, it follows kind of thing.
Oh. Was no one else?
hit the
Was no one else looking in that direction?
You were looking. It literally would make sense. Like Shades turns back to Jesse and like, you two are having a conversation. They don't seem to notice the giant figure behind them. It's honestly just you right now.
All right, I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Turn it off. Like the
Like
lights.
lights.
Anyway,
What?
just bottle it up. Bottle it up. Anyway, what's the move, agents?
We reconvene away from prying ears.
All right. So what do we think? Supplies, Devil's Chair, or the dam?
Why not all three?
We don't have time.
I was gonna go to Devil's Chair. I can take care of that place. I want to look at where that picture was taken. There was a picture that the three of them had taken with. There's like a person like far off in the background of the picture, like in the background, that seemed to be like floating in the middle of the air. And I went through all their pictures that they took, and around that area there was like a bunch of pictures that had this figure in them.
And apparently there's, more than one. The woman that we talked to has been like seeing just a lot of younger people, like children, just around.
Really?
Yeah.
Need to find these caves.
Yeah. Did they say? I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, did they say anything else? Just that they've been seeing children all over the place.
A note to our agents. You are all going to very obviously notice that one of the rangers who was helping pack up the campsite suddenly stands at stiff attention, looks out towards the direction the trail that the trail to the ranger station is, and just takes off in a full fucking sprint. Like, flashlight dropped, full, like, arms swinging, the others calling after them, full sprint.
What the fuck is that all about?
I'm gonna look around to see if I see what he saw.
Yeah, I'm looking around.
Why don't you all make me POW checks?
Yeah.
Pow?
POW.
I'm good at that.
Well, that's the hope.
Success.
I have
Success,
2 success,
17
3
under 70.
success.
Oh, look at us go. Oh.
Shades,
Oh,
you see
no.
nothing. You see nothing. The rest of you can see a tall figure who seems to be holding 2 hands to their head in the distance, just like looking like a goddamn tree with basically a red knotted beard. 2 hands on its head, and appears to just have like these 2 extremely elongated sets of hands running across its forehead as its main forehead protrudes, and just seems to kind of be thrumming. And just as soon as you see it, it kind of just like shifts and tries to like step a bit behind. You can't identify its eyes amongst its forest of fingers, and it just moves behind a tall tree.
I'm not the only one who saw that, right?
No.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That ranger is still running.
What's the other ranger doing?
Sorry, Naomi? Naomi, where the fuck are you going? Sorry, folks, it's harsh language. Naomi! What the fuck? What the fuck? Sorry, did you tell Naomi to run off just now?
No. What's your name, kid?
Charles Nicholson.
Nicholson. Round up all of these people. Regardless. Don't care about liability. Regardless of if they want to go or not. And you bring them back to the trailhead.
Okay. Sure, I will try. I mean, I gotta look. I'm in fucking law school, my guy. I gotta pass. So I can't, get in a case right now.
I'm just gonna look over at the tent that the old man was in.
Man, he's 69.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, continue.
Nicholson. Escort the other party back to the trailhead.
Yeah, of course, no problem. I don't know where the fuck Naomi is, but I mean, junior ranges, right? Probably got spooked.
Yeah, we'll get her. It's okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, it's fucking gonna be FBI. Come on, I got this. And yeah, he seems to be ready to handle this shit with the rest of the party. But, y'all, what are you doing?
Oh, we can't.
Yeah, I there's no way I'm catching up to Naomi, so.
I mean, I can sure as hell try.
I don't even know what's going on, so I'm kind of sticking with the pack, I guess. Looking around, trying to sticky with AC.
I can still go to Devil's Chair and look into that. As long as you feel like these kids are gonna get round up. Well, kids, you know what I mean.
We already have someone go to the dam. I think we should go to it too. No one goes alone.
Okay, I'm already kind of backpedaling in the direction that Naomi went.
You know, I have 9,450 steps today. I know that because I'm tapping on my watch.
I know.
Because I need to know what y'all doing now.
I real fast. Can we go back and establish that I gave everybody the communicators because I have a set of earpiece communicators?
I'm on board with that. That's real cool.
Okay.
Whether they'll work or not.
I mean, fair, but I wouldn't know that.
That's the kind of drama and knives I like to have. Anyway, y'all have communicators to each other. So, where's everyone going? Gotta know right now.
I'm heading to Devil's Chair.
Devil's Chair.
I'm going with him.
All right, 2 to Devil's Chair.
I'm going after Naomi.
Okay, I got 1.
I'll follow Jesse.
All right, we got 2 to Devil's Chair, 2 back to the Ranger Trail Station. We are going to honestly start with the Devil's Chair group. You begin heading your way northeast rather. Going to Devil's Chair, getting ready to set up equipment. You get out in the woods on your own. Making your way to an area that, a lot of strange, oblong, just fractions of earth, like someone scraped them up out of Play-Doh kind of thing. I need you both making sanity checks right now.
Why?
Because I asked you to, very nicely.
A success.
How are you rolling successes on your 22 sanity, my dude?
Oh,
God.
Very careful. Oh no.
Well, by character number 3.
No.
So,
Here, Turk, I give this gift to you.
thank you. Thank you very much. You begin making your way out, and you're like, beginning to hike your way through, a decent trail. It's a lovely marked trail. And then it kind of hits you. Ben, you feel... Oh, Ben Kenobi. You feel a influence on your mind. Like an alien presence kind of just settling in. And you're going to lose 1 sanity. Kevin, you are going to stop, stand up straight, turn around, and start running back to the trailhead station.
Let's be honest, it's more of a waddle, but let's go.
You will absolutely do whatever your body can provide without need for its, continued existence.
Kevin! Kevin!
Running.
Fuck.
Dean, can you flip a coin for me?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Handler.
Yeah, thank you for calling me by my proper name. I'll give you a 2 this time.
Alright. Fates have decided. I follow back to the trailhead.
Okay. You will start running after Kevin. Because Kevin is not in control of Kevin right now. It's the perfect time. So, with that knife ready to stab, let's jump back to Shades and Rockwell. As you are heading after Naomi, the person you didn't even really know, back to the trailhead station. You're gonna get there just as you start to hear a few, a burst into a door, and then a loud, panicked, sorry, Naomi, what the fuck are you doing? As you can make your way into the door, you see Naomi grabbing a hold of Brandon McGill, basically what is effectively in a full Nelson, lifting them off the ground beyond her physical means, really, and just starting to take him out towards the door towards you. Her eyes
Naomi,
glazed over.
what are you doing? Can I try to stop her? Kind of take her by the shoulders? What are you doing?
There's no stoppage. You're going to need to make some kind of physical roll to stop her immediate
Athletics,
movement.
maybe?
Athletics could work.
Alright, let's try it.
And she is continuing to push through you, and just kind of you hear Brandon start to scream I don't know this guy. I don't like this. I don't like this. Shades, what are you doing in this moment? Because I'm about to do it.
I'm gonna just try to stop her. I just an unarmed attack. I don't know.
Yeah,
really,
fucking swing, my dude.
Yeah. And
You swing. She'll you just kind of out of nowhere try and get a throw in. And you're just not going to find any kind of purchase on the chin. It's just going to kind of scrape off. That's when Naomi flies back through the fucking fireplace. As if through some psychic force, her arms are dislodged and shot back through the fireplace, colliding and impacting the wall till there's a hole in the outside as Brandon screams and then clutches his head and falls to the ground. Don't touch! No! You're not having me! They can't have me again! No! The strangers! No! Naomi's not fucking moving.
Yeah, I'm still, I'm gonna run up to her. Is she alive?
I'm gonna need a medicine first aid type of check.
Okay, we're gonna do first aid, 'cause I'm much better at that. Well, much better meaning it's oh no, that was my 60. That's my 60. Because it's a 0 in medicine, so let's try this. Success.
Okay. I'm going to make a quick roll real quick. God damn it. Why don't we roll this out in public then? Good to know.
Does that mean?
Okay.
Naomi is barely alive. You feel the faintest of heartbeats. With that, I'd say if you were to put her on a, well, let's be generous and give you information since you succeeded, a 1 to 12 scale, she's at a 1.
And she flew back. And
You saw
Yeah.
you saw this kid scream, and her body repelled itself away from him as if it had been shot out of a cannon.
And the
kid's on the ground, curled up, freaking out. And you can already, the doors behind you is swinging open and shut constantly. You can feel like the whole, like your radio is just pure static right now. Like your whole comm system is just in your ear.
Grab the kid, calm him down. This radio's not working. Things flying. Potentially the kid caused it.
You can all make me a
I
sanity
mean, two and
check.
two
Why
together,
not?
it's like, yeah, it's probably the kid.
You can make a sanity check, yeah, real quick.
Oh, okay. Success.
All right, you take one
All right.
because kids shouldn't be able to fling people through fireplaces
True.
with their brains.
True.
Shades, hit me with it. Ooh, critical success. I'll give you a 0 for that because you've seen weird shit.
Yeah.
You've seen a shadow man, swim its way through the fucking air. You're good. Anyway, what's the move? Kid on the ground, freaking out. The entire area around you seemingly like moves slightly by reverberations. You can tell Naomi is going to be like semi-solid. Okay, if she gets medical attention, she's going to probably need to eat through a goddamn tube for a while. But
Yeah, is there any, like, are there any other rangers in...
2 rangers on site, and they're also running over and like checking. Well, to be fair, Tamika is going to go check on Brandon.
Okay.
And Douglas Kina is going to go run over to where you are with Naomi.
Perfect. Okay. Because, yeah, I mean, Jesse's just going to, like, make sure that Douglas, like, do you have this?
I can take control. And he's trying to get on the radio, and you can hear he's trying to deal through some serious static, but he's contacting Maria, who's, it's the medic on duty. Like, Maria, get the fuck back here right now. We need you here. Naomi went through a goddamn wall. Fuck! And just, you're hearing, like, very staticky responses. And he's reclarifying. And it's bad, but, like, yeah. He seems to have the situation. I mean, someone goes through brick and, wood.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She's gonna trust Douglas with it. And then is kind of like on the way, like out the door. Is going to say to Tamika, just make sure he's near no one else.
You're going to hear a big crash outside.
We need to take this kid with us wherever we're
A
going.
huge crash outside. As Jesse, you can look outside. It seems like a bunch of trees have just fallen and crushed the garage that had the Ranger Jeeps within them. It is a thunderhead. There's a thundercloud above you, but you're a ranger. That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Think it's a good idea to bring him with us.
I mean, clearly something's after him, right? And our job is to deal with this thing. and I'd rather have everyone together, and Bigfoot with the giant rifle with us. And we don't got time to just wait around in here. I mean, literally, we couldn't even punch the one person. Stop them. Who knows what's here? I don't know what you guys saw, but clearly it's something crazy. It's just fucking crazy. And we just don't have time to talk about it. We just need to grab the kid. We need to go. We need to meet up with everyone.
Okay, I feel like it's at this point you're gonna see Wilcox running up the trail, like probably fully, like pretty exhausted at this point because you've been running for a good decent, half click, and you see him not even give you all. Where are you both standing in relation to the door?
I mean, I'm probably like within like visibility of the doorway.
Okay,
like, if you were outside, you'd
inside,
probably
outside.
I'd be close to the kid, wherever that.
Yeah, so inside.
Like where the kid.
Okay, you're both inside. You're gonna see Wilcox burst in, like scan, see the kid, and seem to just have his head directly set on the child.
I'm gonna try to trip him.
Wilcox and Shades, I need you both make me a physical attack roll.
Success.
Okay. Wilcox, give me something.
Okay, am I actually back?
No, but I'm gonna make you make a roll for your own mental sake.
Yeah.
Just to keep you, keep you involved, keep it fun, keep it light.
Yeah. As I'm waddling back on the way. Yep. What would you like me to roll?
Unarmed combat, if you could,
Okay.
or a dodge or unarmed combat, whichever you prefer.
I would prefer dodge
All right.
because I put points into that.
Okay. Yeah. So, you're gonna see Brandon start making his way forward, and Shades is just gonna sweep under him and take him like a bit down. Kevin. I don't know why I keep saying Brandon. Kevin. Why don't you make me another quick sanity check?
Sure. Just because I had to step away for a second. Do I have control of my faculties yet?
No.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Sanity check, you got it, boss. 53 success.
You're gonna like like feel like you just got back in control of the controller here, and feel like you're you feel your back thrown against the floor, and just like as something is like thrown from your mind, which is a weird fucking experience.
Where the fuck am I?
Fuck, you're back in the station.
Station.
Where's Ben?
Is that why I'm so fucking winded?
Probably. What the fuck happened?
I have no idea. The last thing I knew, I was standing there. Ben and I were deciding to go back. We asked the Rangers to get everyone together and bring them back, and then the next thing I know, I'm lying on the floor here, out of breath. Does that mean you haven't seen Ben? Is Ben not back?
No.
You.
I mean, we gotta go after him, right?
Well, he might be right behind. He might be showing up any second now. Question is Ben okay?
Oh no. Handler, am I okay?
You're okay. You're fucking booking it though, if I understand correctly. Like through the goddamn woods. after Kevin, and you'll absolutely come upon this scene right now if you want.
Sure. Yeah. I've shoulder checked through the door.
So what I don't understand is how I got here before him. I'm so much fatter.
He was probably following. I don't. That's not the concern yet, or the immediate concern.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I'm so
Ben-
glad you're normal. As you
Ben,
can
what
be.
what the fuck happened to me?
It's like you were possessed or mind controlled or something.
Pow check from everybody.
Pow pow.
I don't like this adventure.
Critical.
Success.
Ooh.
All
Okay.
success.
Ooh,
Yay.
all success. Okay.
And a crit from Heck.
You are all going to see as you like stand in this kind of relatively common space, like the entry hall sort of thing. You're going to look to your right and see that Tamika is kind of like holding Brandon close to her chest and kind of trying to rock him back. And you're going to see two figures literally phase through the goddamn wall. One with red hair and one with white hair. Both kind of seeming to shrink themselves down and like recorporealize in the room, in the common room to your right.
Next to Brandon.
Near Brandon. They're about to move.
I whip my rifle out and fire at the one with the red hair.
Okay, take a shot.
Yeah, I know how to do that. Hold on.
Make an attack. Does your rifle have any lethality to it?
No.
If you put your weapons into your roll 20 sheet, you can just click the button next to the weapon at the bottom.
Oh, I see.
Also, are these the same things that I would have seen from the other site?
Absolutely.
Then I would also draw my pistol, seeing him draw his gun, just whenever
Yeah,
he's done.
Yep,
I
we're
was
all
just
just
waiting for him to
guns
finish
out.
his thing.
Also got my light rifle.
I'm
Let's
done.
go.
I'm done. I can't breathe. I'm done.
It's a success for 5 armor piercing and 5 damage.
Okay, a D12 plus 2, and you get a 5. Oof. Which one are you shooting for, red or white?
Red.
Alright, you get 5 on red. You see the shot kind of just like ricochet through its shoulder. And it seems to kind of focus on it, and it begins semi-healing the wound before looking at you. And is going to draw a ceremonial knife from its belt loop. Someone else is taking a shot though.
I think
Who
we
wants
all
to take
were.
the shot next?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
everyone
So,
go take a shot.
I was just waiting to call it for them
I-
to start. I was like, well, you have to.
Everyone take a
yeah,
shot.
How do you do it? Oh
Um,
no.
Yeah,
failure will not hit.
My firearms is the 20. This isn't gonna go well.
Or it does.
Oh, trying to fake out the universe. Jesus.
What did?
Which one you shooting?
I feel like I would have honed in on the same one that I saw Ben aiming on.
Okay.
Just because I don't really fire guns that often, and I would just kind of naturally kind of follow along subconsciously.
All right.
I don't know what I have wrong with my weapon, but it's not rolling for it.
Do you have any skill in ranged
Yeah. Firearms.
firearms? Yeah, roll that skill. All right, four is a success, and then roll your damage.
It's a D10, so just roll a D10.
Yeah, roll a d10.
7. And it
Where-
would be the same one. Like if everyone's fire lane, like I just go along with it.
Okay, no love for the gingers. This one is still up as like you just barrage fire into this room. Both Brandon and Tamika will start screaming. I'm gonna need all of you to make a let's call it a agility or other athletics check to avoid this next pulse of energy.
How's dodge sound?
Dodge works.
Dodge is all
thanks,
I got.
man.
Thanks.
Oh,
I got
they're
dodge.
the same. Okay, well.
I put dodge to 50. It doesn't matter. 73 over 50.
Oh, success. Let's go.
Heck's the only one that succeeded.
No.
So,
Not a 30 out of that. I should have tried that.
what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna do this in a general area where even if you've failed, if you're not in the immediate room, we're gonna half that because it's mainly focused towards the strangers. So that's what, 9 damage? As the
Holy
What?
shit.
as the room basically explodes with psychic energy as you're all forced out of it, blunted back into the head ranger station. One stranger just blown straight out through the wall, the other not feeling their very best on this date. But who's still sound off? Who's still alive?
Hang on. So I wasn't in the
Not much.
room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a round down, not a round up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So where did this pulse come from?
From Brandon. Brandon McGill sent out a fucking psychic pulse.
Right.
Hi.
Still
I'd be
alive?
right next to him. So I'm taking full damage?
If you want to be right next to Brandon, absolutely, you take full damage.
Well, because that's where we said we were.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did the other things.
Wait, did I take damage though?
If you're next to Brandon, I'd say, well, I'll roll a separate. You
Okay.
can take the 10
Okay.
and have the whole
Well,
17.
Heck succeeded.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah, she succeeded. I didn't.
then you're good. You're gonna
Okay.
take 10 damage, Shades.
I'm taking 10 damage?
Yeah.
I didn't. I failed mine, though. That's what I'm checking. Because I'm right next to him when I failed. So
Okay.
I'm taking the full.
Just
right?
do it. Just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Turk.
Yeah.
Just
17
do it.
damage.
Then I'm dead.
No.
You watch Shades get thrown through the fucking wall like a piece of meat and splattered on it like goddamn cheese as he hits the what the fuck they call the entryway? The entryway. He gets launched. But a stranger's down. And you can see that. As there is a lot of weird blue-white blood. What's the move, agents? I'm gonna need
I have
speed.
I have 2 hit points left. So I think even being in the other room, I got knocked back next to the wall with Shades, and I'm like next to
A
the
corpse?
American cheese slice on the wall.
Yeah. You can make me a sand check if you want.
I mean, I feel like
And
you're not
plus,
giving me much of a
I'm
choice.
not really, no.
Yeah.
You're good.
28
You're only
under
gonna
67.
you're only gonna take a 4 from violence, so that's a violence to your check, but it's 4 sanity.
Yep. We're still good. That's still less than 5 per one source, and I'm above my breaking point. We're good.
What are you doing, agents? I need speed.
Okay. Oh,
fire.
sorry.
Fire. Backing up and firing.
Okay. Dexterity scores, please.
60?
Well, like original 12. Okay.
Honestly, I think this round is Kevin getting up and getting his bearings.
Okay, yeah, no, absolutely. But what's your dexterity for reference later?
It's 11.
Okay. All right. Jesse?
Okay, to clarify, Brandon screaming also affected the strangers, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One of them is seems to be blood chunks, but weird bloody
Okay.
chunks.
Okay. Putting those two things together, and being very close to Brandon, Jesse is going to like kind of get like behind him at like so Brandon's like facing the stranger probably and screaming at him.
Sorry. What is your dex score?
My dex 16.
You go first. Continue.
Okay. And it's just kind of get like on one knee next to him, just kind of be looking over his shoulder and say, Brandon, the rest of us are here for you. If you want that thing to go away, you just tell it. Tell right to its face, and it's gonna go away.
Make a social or psychology check of your choice.
Could I do a persuade?
Persuade would be great.
Yeah, let me do a persuade. No, can I use luck? Is that how it works?
You can't technically use luck.
Oh, okay.
Not a combat rule. He's gonna still be
Actually,
panicking.
not in Delta Green.
Not in Delta Green, no.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm new to this.
I know. You can't use luck in Delta Green.
I tried. I got shut down.
Yeah. You're gonna see him just like clutching at his head, just saying no. So Ben, your turn. You got one stranger blasted through the wall and out into the yard. You are gonna see two others standing out along the Ranger Road with a number of like tweens. They all appear to have, the same like long 16-foot figure. The white-haired one in the room seems to have shrunken down somewhat. The other one has a red braided beard. The other one just has long white braids that seem to curl around and almost down to its hips. So you got braids, beard, and white hair.
The other one, the white-haired one.
White hair, absolutely. Fire.
Where is it?
It got blasted
next-
out into the goddamn parking lot.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk past Brandon to like where that one is, and just start setting up shop, and I'm gonna fire at it.
Okay, fire your rifle. Does that have a lethality rating?
It does have a lethality rating.
All right, roll lethality for it.
Oh, I just get to roll lethality.
Yeah, well, you roll the hit, and then lethality is 10%.
Can I spend any points or anything to get that down to 60? That's not how. It's not like that. Okay.
No, sadly not. It's really unfortunate. I'm really sorry.
Shucks.
Shucks, indeed. As you fire with your heavy rifle, and it's just gonna go wide a little bit. And then it's going to be their turn. So the one is going to get up, white hair, and then seems to be really badly hurt, and is going to like literally. You expect a pain or a groan or a look of like some kind of emotion on their body. They give nothing. It simply grabs a knife off of its belt It starts charging. Ben, you're the closest one. This is going to be an attack. Let's get a D1 Hunter going. 17 will hit. Take 6 damage as it brings a ceremonial obsidian dagger into you.
It's been fun, guys.
Oh my god.
You watch old Ben get Vadered as this tall figure just stabs it into his side and just rips. The other two are going to begin making their way forward. Their entire turn is going to be just moving up with this group of, preteens. And I'm going to need a sanity check from the last 2 members.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Oh, I'm so scared. Success!
Both
Okay,
successes.
you
All
both
right,
lose
good.
1 sanity as you feel an alien presence impede on your mind. It's going to go right to Kev's turn.
Okay. What is the kid doing right now?
Brandon is still clutching his head. It seems like, oddly enough, Tamika's still fine. And she's kind of just just focus, just get rid of him, just get rid of him, just get rid of him, just get rid of him. And she's trying to repeat what Jesse was saying.
Yeah.
And give some kind of growth to that.
So staring at the gun in my hand and knowing that I barely grazed this thing and it did nothing, and looking over at the person I just met's corpse that is smashed like it just fell out of a 10-story building.
Yeah.
I'm helplessly going to call out Brandon's name and just say, "You can stop this, help."
Make a persuasion check of your choice, or any kind of personalization, or also, you know what? If you're willing to take a sanity loss due to helplessness, I will give you a luck check instead.
I'd rather take my persuade, which is at 70.
Oh, well, of course. Take the persuade.
Please. The dice!
They want you to die, Saint. Die tonight.
3 for 3.
That was a 98 out of 70, everybody. You call out. Brandon still is just grabbing his head and trying to focus. Jess, you're up.
My fucking god. Okay. I think she looks over at Tamika that is trying to, get Brandon to take a breath, to calm down, focus, breathe. And I think Jess will join in that exact same rhythm. Almost in exact opposite to the rhythm that was giving the name that was being repeated Howard's direct counter basically, and is just going to try to convince Brandon again that you can do this. I promise you. We're still right here. You still have your friends. Come on.
All right. Give me a social check of your choice.
You would think with the 60%, but we're
What
gonna
do you
try.
think with the 70?
You'd think with the 70. Success.
Okay. You're going to watch the strangers begin to move up, but with your success and the attempts of basically everyone else to load this fucking cannon, basically, you are going to watch Brandon, like, move his way out of Tamika's hands, stand up, and just scream and hold 2 hands forward. And I am going to roll some d10s. As all of the strangers are thrown back. The one there literally just bursts into paste, splaying the other 2. The tweens around them are also similarly thrown back into trees, and you just hear a lot of sickening thuds. I'm going to need a sanity check from violence. As just this...
None from seeing this?
This is sanity check from violence.
For just Jesse or for me too? That's what I'm saying.
You as well, yeah.
Oh, God.
Success.
Okay,
I'm
you're only
becoming
going to
hollow.
take... Okay, you're only going to take 3 sanity from this.
Okay.
Because you've just watched a lot of people be turned into twigs.
We're getting real close to that breaking point, y'all.
Ooh, we'd love to hear that here. The stranger's turn is literally going to be recuperating and standing back up and getting the, like... There's 2 of them left now. And they stand up and they are just going to charge. Is anyone going to stand in front of the kid, rather? I should ask this.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 1. You don't have to do it. You don't have to. No one asked you to wake up this morning and stand against a 15-foot tall giant.
I feel like, based on the story I've created for this guy, he's about 50-50 that he would. So I'm going to roll for it.
Absolutely.
Under 50, he stands in front.
Okay, there are going to be 2 ceremonial daggers. First one going to Jesse, second one going to Kevin. First,
Are we allowed to dodge?
You can dodge in this
Got it.
instance. 76 is going to be a miss. And you successfully dodge. 38 is going to be a hit. Make me a dodge roll of the equal value.
$2,650.
Ben, did you have a good dodge? I just need to know. I'm sorry, I might have screwed you here.
I never did dodge, but I will roll one right now.
Okay.
As he just comes up Evil Dead style from the dead.
No, we're good.
Okay. I'm sorry. It would be super cool if you could get up and just like, ouch. Best move to make against a bear is to fake your death. Anyway, it is past their turn. Kev, your move real fast.
I mean, I feel completely ineffective in this situation. My gun has done nothing.
It did 1.
It did 1. There's 2 of these things still alive. The kid doing its mind blast thing, I think I can't think of another thing that he would go for besides trying to convince the kid again. Hey kid, you got to do it again. It didn't work. You're almost there.
Yeah, as you're like, you like roll back from this giant swipe of a huge, what's basically a great sword to you, dagger to this thing. Make a social check of your choice.
Effectively, I'm trying to bump the kid up in the order.
Okay.
53 under 70, success.
You're gonna see this kid processing, like, you ever been like, when you were super young on a team and all of a sudden the whole game's on your back? Like, there's a lot of pressure on him. And he just kind of snaps and just, you see him move up just beyond you two and just hold his hand right up to the, what's effectively like the calf of these giant creatures and screams. And they're both just going to turn into red mist, as well as most of the parking lot is just going to be cleared out as if there was a cone of destruction from this child.
That's good. That's good. That's good, kid.
And
that's good.
There's going to be a pause as he kind of stands and starts shaking on his knees and starts to fall back.
Can I catch him?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. I catch him.
You're gonna hear Tamika and Douglas both just kind of like cowering in corners in fetal positions. They're clearly not with this world right now. Brandon is just, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home.
I know.
So, what's the move, agents?
How do the other, how do the other Rangers look?
The two of them look like they're due for a very long stay at a sanitarium if those things still exist.
So, if this is too meta, I understand. However, I think that being as like clued into the conspiracy theory kind of world, and knowing that some of this stuff is more real than people might assume, I think that this might be a moment that Kevin could potentially just buy into the Delta Green, mentality and drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh, we love the Kool-Aid around here.
Because we were told to make sure no one else knows about the weird shit.
It is understand, contain, and control.
I feel like this should be a roll.
You can make a sanity check against violence in this moment if you want to do what I think you're describing you're about to do.
Because, like, he's got nothing left. Delta Green took everything away from him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
This is it. Like, he either buys in or...
I'll give you a bonus die on this sanity, then.
But just to confirm, the bonus die on the sanity is going to be...
If you're looking... Basically, you're looking to fail right now in order to justify the mercy capping.
So, for... mercy capping. So here's what I'll do. I'll roll. I don't know how to do a... Oh, I can do it in here, can I?
Yeah.
So actually, no. Delta Green's a little different. It's asking me for plus 20, plus 40,
oh,
minus 20, minus 40.
Why don't you take a minus 20? Sorry, wait. Plus 20?
Plus 20.
Yeah, plus 20.
20.
Plus 20. Thank you.
Plus
Sorry.
20 to my roll is going to make it more difficult to succeed. Which is what I want. I want it to be harder, right?
I mean, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Minus 20. Because you have so much on the line. No, okay, so it did make it harder. So it should be a... But it failed. No, you failed, so it's good. So you can go forward with your action. You effectively are going to lose 5 sanity.
Oh no.
Hold.
Okay. 5 sanity.
5 sanity from violence. And you can go forward with your action.
You hit your breaking point there, Saint?
So here's the thing. That's 5 points from a single source.
How many are
That
there?
is my breaking point by 1.
So,
As Kevin Wilcox pulls back the hammer on his Walther PPK and puts a bullet in each one of the Rangers' heads.
So here's what I wanted to ask you first. Do you want to offload this loss onto a bond?
I don't think he would.
Absolutely. All right. So I'm going to say I have the exact perfect thing. You've been
I don't
hanging
like how
around.
you said that.
You've been hanging around the Bigfoot type. You're going to develop a distinct paranoia about living in this area. Your seclusion from the world is going to become worse, as you are certain there are more than 4 of these goddamn things out there, and any instance where someone tries to, where you start to get a little hazy. So effectively, you're developing paranoia, which is when you lose when you lose 2+ sanity, you're going to have a miniature episode where you don't trust anyone, because everything's a conspiracy against you. I'm feeling this wasn't even something I needed to tell you needed to feel, but you effectively are going to have a particular concern about wooded areas.
Okay, but you said that I don't trust anyone or anything.
You're like getting there when you lose 2+ sanity going forward, but
Yeah,
but
because I'm wondering. Nobody's supposed to know about this.
that's true. It is you and Jesse's first day at the races. Do you want to try this?
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Like, is my paranoia severe enough that I would have lost that much control?
I'd say manifesting it causes it to occur, right? That feels fair.
Yeah.
I mean, is it another roll? And also, I need to ask this above the table. Heck, are you okay with him taking this action if he does?
Okay, do you
Yeah.
mean shooting her?
Yes.
I mean, she's gonna fight back.
That's fine. I'm just asking, like, above
Oh
the
yeah,
table.
above
Are
the
you
table.
as the
Yeah,
player
that's
okay?
fine
Okay.
because
All right.
yeah.
Jesse, I need to ask, are you being cognizant of Kevin as he is taking mercy shots around the room?
I mean, yeah, after the first one.
Okay.
Like, he'd be like, okay.
So
oh,
when you
no.
see him turn around and start pointing his Walther PPK towards you, it's going to be a speed check, which means that Jesse, you have the first action.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
can I offer something too? I feel like he's hesitating. Like,
Yeah.
there's a shaky moment of like holding it out and trying to decide in his own mind. Like, can I like give her a bonus die against me?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Very generous. Jesse, someone's holding a gun towards you, but shaking in their hand.
Yeah, I mean, is there any way I could be fast enough to just try to disarm?
Unarmed attack.
Oh boy, okay, how do you do that?
There should be a skill for it.
Oh, unarmed combat then.
Yeah, unarmed combat.
Oh, I'm not as good at that one. Okay. Success! Oh, that wasn't even with the bonus die. I should have done that, but it's fine. Ah.
I mean, literally the only thing you could roll in this case that would benefit you would be a 6, which would make it a fumble, which you're fine.
Or
yeah.
3.
Or 3.
Oh, no, you're right.
No, well,
No,
yeah,
no,
it'd be
you're right.
33.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So, yeah, you grab the gun and just wrestle it to the ground, and it bops out of Kevin's hand. Kevin, I'm going to give you a sanity check really quick to come back to your senses.
Let's lose more sanity. 49 under 55.
You're only
We're
going to
good.
lose 1 at the realization you almost shot a fellow agent here. But absolutely, you snap back to it as I come back into focus even. And yeah, you're just kind of left there with a kid basically in a fetal position. The rain's still pouring down as the roof of this place has basically been blown off.
Kevin, wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
I don't know. I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry.
We can fix this. We can fix this, okay?
Yeah.
We need to.
I mean, they told us not to make sure that nobody knew about this.
I I get it, for the sake of the park. Protect all of them, but at what cost? But we can fix this.
What about the other ranges? What are we gonna do when they come back?
I didn't see, right?
Are you saying we just leave?
I'm saying we probably destroy this building. There is blue blood all over it.
Fucking blue blood. Oh shit.
Yeah.
We
And
just
some weird white
burn it
fluid.
down and we get out of here.
They take the kid with us.
Mm-hmm. We
Alright.
call our handler and see if we can get that thing removed. I think it's that thing.
As a note, the burner phone is on the color palette formerly known as Shades.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'll get the phone, and like gingerly Kevin bends down and starts going through pockets looking for it, and like I'm sorry, Shades. I'm sorry. It's the only number in there, right?
Hmm?
And so I'll pick it up, look through the contacts, and press call.
I've been trying to get into contact with you assholes for so long. What the hell is going on?
We need picked up or an extraction or something. We got a kid here that's... I don't know.
You're
got some sort
supposed
of
to protect
psychic-
the kid and get him back to his parents.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna want to put him back to his parents after this.
Do we sound like a daycare?
No, but you sound like an organization that might want to study a kid that can do psychic damage to supernatural creatures.
Christ on a cracker. Okay, look. His parents are already making their way up the goddamn mountain. Figure out what the fuck is wrong with him or don't. It's on you at this point. Like, get the kid into a car or something. I don't care. They're being held up at a station further down. If they come up and then the whole place is burned down, I guess that'll work and we'll figure the shit out. But he was supposed to get back to his goddamn family.
Right, but are you really comfortable putting a kid with that much power just back into
I don't
the
know
public?
what kind of power he has. I'm in goddamn Waco.
We're gonna put a pin in that.
Yeah, because I took a fucking flight too.
He, with his mind, destroyed multiple supernatural creatures
Oh, God.
by force pushing them like some Jedi bullshit across the room.
Okay, and are there witnesses?
Well, Shades is dead. He splattered against the wall like a goddamn fucking pancake.
Fuck. Okay.
Ben is dead.
Fuck.
I put a bullet in each one of the Range's heads that I could find.
Okay. Well, that's...
The kid's alive and crying. There are other Rangers in the woods, but they didn't see anything.
Fuck biscuit. Okay. Look, here's what you're gonna do. Parents are gonna, you're gonna drive down to the ranger station. You're gonna be real extra careful on the roads. Now, listen the fuck up. Put the kid in the goddamn car with you. You're gonna meet him up with his parents. You're gonna let them have a fucking happy reunion, and then you're going to refer them to child protective, the child protective branch of the FBI fucking I. All right, I'll handle this shit from goddamn there. God, I'm gonna have to fucking pull some shit over this fucking California branch.
All right, but what if the kid says something to the parents?
No, yeah, kid's been lost in the woods for 36 years, comes out 10 years old. You think I can believe a goddamn word he says for like at least 10 months?
All right, that's fair. So we take the kid to meet the parents, have a good day, refer them to Child Protective Services with the FBI, and that's it. We wash our hands of it, we walk away.
Yep, and hope we never get on the same call again, because goddamn, but they put us together. Apparently it's a fucking shit show. God damn! fucking Red Queen Knight. God.
I just got one more question.
Yeah, what? Come on, I'm feeling generous.
Can I get my social media accounts back after?
God, fuck you! Fuck you and your Twitters and your Instagrams. God, bastard, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get you a goddamn, TikTok. Fuck. I'll bring back fucking Vine just for your ass. Click.
Oh my god.
Do you follow through with the plan?
I see no reason why not to.
Yep.
You make your way down as the rain slowly, actually, breaks away and becomes much lighter, and you reach a lower point. Returning the boy to his parents, he hugs them like you'd expect a kid to hug his parents after being lost in the woods for any amount of time. Dropping the recommendation with a very bloody, but, they don't have time to think about that kind of garb.
70%.
Yeah, you're good. They can refer to the services. Do you both just go your separate ways once you're back to the? Well, actually, Kev, your car is up there on the mountain again. Still.
Yep.
You drive back up.
Yeah, drive him back to his car. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
There's some
I
equipment in
appreciate
it.
it. I didn't
Yeah.
want to walk. It was a
You
long.
you get back up there. And I don't know, is this it? Did you guys just sayonara? Because I'm actually gonna need you both to make sanity rolls real fast. 2 of them.
Okay. I'm scared.
What's my new breaking point after I break? That's the question I want.
It should be minus your. Okay, so Jesse, you're already set. So it should be minus your POW. I just need successes or failures here. So first one good, Kev. I need a second one. Okay, so what's gonna happen? The 2 of you, well, one of you kind of was in the right. What you drove up Shades. You kind of know him as a person, and losing him establishes a connection with all those who still survived. So Wilcox and Jesse, I'm going to need you to establish a bond with the other character, with parentheses being Delta Green. I'm going to need you to add half your charisma score, and I'm going to need you to reduce a d6 from a secondary bond. Jesse, I'm going to need that twice. Wilcox, you're good for just once. Any other bond you reduce another existing bond by a d6.
By a d6.
Oh, by
gotcha.
D6. Okay. I was like, oh my god, by 6.
Yeah.
That's
Basically, imagine you're trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's broken away from his online content creation a little bit now, and even more than he thought he was going to. So the other person online that he's has a fake rivalry with, I think that bond is kind of slipping because he's just not focused on that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Jesse, so all the points you've lost in that bond, you add onto this existing bond.
Oh,
This
okay.
new bond you've added with half your charisma.
Yeah.
So
Half rounded up or rounded down, real fast.
For the bonds, let's round. Well, wait. Why are you asking about half?
Because half of my charisma is 5.5.
Oh, then round down in this case, I think. So start with 5 and then add on the 5 to it.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. So, the two of you drive away from this location. In your separate cars, separate vehicles, to go to your separate homes, to your separate lives. Jesse, I know not what kind of home you return to, but Kevin, you have some of your social medias reactivated. Though you notice a certain type of content is scrubbed out.
I feel like I'm fine with that.
And that is what we're going to call this session of the department. Thank you all so much for joining us. Those alive and dead agents, you did such a wonderful job.
I survived your shit, fucker.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. Real great record there. Gonna go hit the majors with that. Anyway, if you
Heck saves you from dying, though.
That's true.
Heck probably would have shot you.
I
That's
feel
true.
like any of these other two.
Yeah.
Some James Bond shit.
Listen, like her motivation is protect the visitors of the park, protect the people in the park. That was like absolute last resort.
You guys are lucky I died.
Yeah.
That's what
Ben.
Kevin did. I was going to do to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Ben. Oh, I want to see Ben hit something hard. Oh.